for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? It's that boy Reverend Abenaki in the building. And we back for Church Sundays. You know what I mean? We're going to have a good show today. You know, we had some good fights this past weekend, Friday and Saturday. It wasn't really much going on, you know what I mean? But today is Abenaki Sundays. You know, we're going to have some fun today as church. And you know what I want to start the sermon off today. Sermon, as I said it right. I want to start that off today by letting everybody know. Just give everybody a round of applause. Give everybody a round of applause. Everybody a round of applause. We're going to give them a round of applause. We saw some good fights yesterday. Yesterday, we might have saw something that so far might be Fight of the Year candidate. This Fight of the Year candidate, the reason why is some people are saying that this was Fight of the Year thus far. Right now, if you look at the fights that we had so far in its totality from January to now, you know what I mean? Or now, how we say it in Florida, now, from January to now, this is Fight of the Year. Some people feel like, no, this ain't no Fight of the Year. What the hell are you talking about? It's subjective to the individual. So don't be getting mad at people when they don't agree with you. It's subjective to the individual. I feel differently than you, and that's fine. You know what I mean? It ain't no need of going on over no goddamn civil war over this shit, right? We're going to have some trolls today, but we're not worried about the trolls today. We're going to have some trolls come today, and we're going to have some people who break the commandments. We're going to pull out the commandments today. Church Sundays, we go over the commandments today. You see what I'm saying? We go over the fights, you know what I mean? And then we sit back and we talk about real life issues. We have some fun today. We play a little bit of music, a little bit of the organ, not organ. The organ is going to play, and that's what it is. So if you come over here to get saved today from your fanboy ways, we welcome all fanboys today. This is the day that the fanboys can repent from their wicked ways of fanboyism. You committed a grave sin of fanboyism. This is the day that you get a chance to repent. The great Reverend Abenaki will put some oil on your forehead, not oil on your forehead, all on your forehead. We're going to put some oil on your forehead and see can we cast some fanboy demons out your body. That's what we're gonna do. True. And since we here, you know what I mean, y'all need to tighten up on the goddamn y'all need to tighten up on the donate. Talk to him, brother.
Hit the Cash App, $ FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, International Africans.
Yes, hit the Cash App, you know what I mean, $ New Media Today USA, and also hit the we ain't got PayPal. I'm working on that. You know, the good Reverend working on that. But I've been all over the world preaching my sermon. You see what I'm saying? Preaching my sermon. I ain't been here in a while because y'all been delinquent on the payments. You've been delinquent on the payments. I ain't been here in a while, but I'm back. Coach taught me into coming back today. You see what I'm saying? Now, y'all break bread. Hey, let's do this. Let's give everybody let's go ahead and give everybody a shout out to Juan Carrillo. Salute to my main man Dragon Leg. Shout out to Will Sargentson. Salute the Big Hawk from Maryland. Shout out to Knockdown 305 Dave kind of representing. Shout out to Adrian Big 30. Shout out to Mike from Boston. Salute to Franklin Sherry. Shout out to F Society. Salute to Bernard Burton, Devon Renee, Tony Boswell, Troy Graham, A.V. Siles, Kathy W., Dean West, Jim 82, Two Matador, Miguel Chartico. Shout out to the Queen Carmen Serene. Salute to Jay Miller, Here to There, True Gritter 402, Malcolm Roach, Hair Hero Elite, Jay Rodriguez, Folabon, Philo 58, Ralph Reacts, Ron Boy Fresh from DC, Dantes, Big Ronald Finkley from Vermont, Charles N. Chick from LA, Damian Bennett from DC. Shout out to I think he's from B-More. Damian Bennett from B-More. Shout out to Lonnie Laughlin. Shout out, salute to the Queen Love Green Eyes P. Salute to the Queen Ava. Shout out to Charlo, my brother Charlo. Shout out to Ahmed. Shout out to Jog Wadathama. Thomas Jones, Jason Dockery, Fistiana Fights, Misfit, salute to you, Queen. Shout out to my brother Retro Boston, the documentaries, Schoolo X-Mon, Mark Nash from the ATL, Rider of the Storm, Carl Hansen. Man, Mark Nash had a damn call. He had oh my God, he had a serial, what was it, the aerosexual called in. He had a fanboy call in. That shit was fun. I'm glad he uploaded that video. I'm gonna have to play that shit over here so you guys can hear the extremism. We need to bring this dude over here so we can cast some fanboy demons out of his soul. Shout out to Ride of the Storm, Carl Hansen, Philly Fly. Salute to the Queen, Bless 365, Ace Sneed, Dr. Paul Evans, Mr. Pads. Salute to Arlette. Shout out to Arlette. Salute to my big sis, Lisa Bells, my main man from Detroit. Detroit niggas talk so much shit, boy. And they can dress too. They can dress. Smith and West and Punch Perfect Boxing. Let's get into the show. Let's make it happen, okay? Now, we had a good fight yesterday. Troy Graham, he said, Coach, I would thumb wrestle for that man. All right. True. Had a good fight yesterday, though. We had a good fight yesterday. Let's break this down. Now, Leigh Wood destroys Michael Conlan. We love the fight. I love that fight. I'm not gonna lie. Brutal knockout in the 12th round is what sealed the deal. Leigh Wood, as I said before, guys, Leigh Wood, it was a good fight between him and Mike. Bruh, like, I don't even know what to say. I think Mike faded in the second half of the fight. Leigh kept scratching, crawling, kept fighting, kept the pressure on. He kept getting hit with left hands. But if Michael Conlan had some power, he could have knocked Leigh Woods out. But it just shows you the determination. When someone is determined, when the irresistible force meets an irremovable object, an unmovable object, something got to give. You see what I'm saying? Neither man wanted to give last night, but Leigh kept chipping away, got the knockdown in the 11th round. It was a knockdown. He did slip, but he got hit at the same time. What I mean by that is he got hit with a left. He got hit with a left, and as he got hit, he ended up slipped on the water that was on the mat. But still, contact was made. You went down. That was a knockdown. And then in the 12th round, they was going at it blow for blow. You know what I mean? And going out with a bang, and he slept him, caught him right on the temple with that right cross. Let's see. Now, Leigh Wood scored one of the most incredible comeback KOs imaginable by smashing Michael Conlan out of the ring. When he seemed like he was seconds away from being defeated. Michael Conlan, I got the scorecards. The 3 judges had Michael Conlan up. One judge had him up by one round going into the 12th, 1 point. And the other 2 judges, I think they had him up by 2 points or something like that. Or it was 2 judges had him up by 1, one had him up by 2 going into the 12th round. So, that was classic, man. That was classic. You see what I'm saying? I love that fight. Not even going to sit here and lie to you guys. Now, the mere fact that Leigh Wood was being dominated in the first round, and pretty much kind of like in the first half of the fight, kind of like in the first half of the fight. But the fact that he was being dominated the first round, he got dropped the first round. The second round, he was looking shaking like booty meat. The third and the 4th round, you know what I mean? Still some of the same thing. And the fact that he persevered is what really, really impressed me the most. You know what I mean? His strong will and determination is what helped him pull it out at the end. You see what I'm saying? Michael Conlan was landing the left hand at will. And it seemed that he couldn't miss with the left hand. He missed sometimes, but most of the times he threw it, he landed it. You know what I mean? But as the fight went on, Leigh Wood, who is the WBA regular featherweight champion of the world, he kept getting stronger and stronger as the fight and the rounds went on. He kept the pressure on. And when the championship rounds came, he stepped up the gas. He won the 10th round and he won the 11th round. I gave him those 2 off the ripper. The 12th round was going to be the deciding round for me. You know what I mean? In the second half of the fight, as I said before, Michael Conlan, he started to fade as Leigh kept applying constant pressure. Leigh Wood won the 10th and the 11th round, as I said. You know what I mean? But in the 12th round, both men was going at it. You know, they was going blow for blow. They was going blow for blow, right? And neither man wanted the fight to go to the scorecards. They was going at it. You see what I'm saying? In the 12th round. But the 11th round, in my opinion, was a sensational. And it ended in kind of a controversy because Conlan did hit the deck, but insisted that it was a slip. You see what I'm saying? But the referee, Steve Gray, he gave a 10 count. He pretty much gave Conlan a 10 count. You know what I mean? And Conlan team was very furious about that, right? The Irishman, you know what I mean, vanished between the ropes and he collapsed backwards into the VIP seats that was right there. You know what I mean? I don't know if he landed on his head or someone caught him. I don't know if he landed on his head or someone caught him. You see what I'm saying? Now, the hometown crowd went crazy for the champ as he won in spectacular fashion. No one would argue that. Michael Conlan, he went out on his shield as he was going toe-to-toe with the champ. You know what I mean? But to no avail. Leigh pulled a rabbit out of the hat. He pulled a rabbit out of the hat, guys, and he stopped Michael, knocking him through the ropes and onto the floor. Again, I don't know if they had to catch him or not or whatever the case may be. Well, it looked like he fell straight down on his head, though. He could have broke his neck. You see what I'm saying? And, he went out on the stretcher, but he did say that, hey, man, he's fine. He won a rematch. He said he won a rematch. You know what I mean? That was a damn good fight, classic fight. That's the best fight I saw thus far this year, to be honest with you. I mean, you had all of the drama. You had the days of our lives, the As the World Turns. You know what I mean? La telenovela. You know what I mean? A lot of that stuff on Telemundo and stuff like that on Univision. I used to watch One Get Unknown back in the day. That was a novela that I used to love to watch. You know what I mean? But anyways, I digress. But yeah, the drama and everything, right? Now, I got a question I want to ask you guys. What do you guys think about the fight? You know what I mean? Who do you have winning the fight? Who did you guys have winning the fight prior to going into the 12th round? You know what I mean? Prior to Leigh Woods finally knocking Mike out. Let me go put some respect on both of them. Let's give both of those guys a round of applause for the performance that they gave last night. Yeah, man. Hold on, Samuel, what you say? He said, Coach, I won 13K yesterday. What? He won 13? Lord have mercy. Well, good. Since you won 13K yesterday, you need to break bread with the congregation. That's what you need to do. True. You won 13K yesterday. Yesterday, you won 13K. Today, you need to be breaking bread with Reverend Abenaki today. That's what you need to be doing right now. Let's see. He said Conlan needed that last. It was a majority draw. As a matter of fact, hold on, guys. I got something to show you. Hold on. I'm gonna show you what the scorecards were, what they had it. I got the receipts. I keep the receipts. The Reverend Abenaki, we keep the receipts over here. That's what we do. We keep receipts over here. We try to do that. Oh, shout out to my main man, Champ Ross in the building. Champ Ross in the building. Now, what we gonna do? Let's look at this receipt right here. Hold on. We got the scorecard. What a goddamn scorecard at? Did I get the scorecard? Hold on, guys. I could have swore I had the scorecard. I seen the scorecard. I'm telling you, I have it. Damn, I thought I had that receipt. Damn, I guess I don't have it. Guys. Hold on. Let me see something. Do I have it? Do I have it here? Yeah, you know what? I saw it this morning on Twitter. I don't have it right now, guys. I lied. I thought I had the receipt. I did see it. I could have swore I retweeted it. But anyways, the judge, he say, break bread. He say, break the bread, International Africans.
Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, International Africans.
Hey, bro, listen. I saw a live. I digress. We're going to get back to the boxing. I saw a live, dog. Where the dude, I ain't going to say no names. He's a boxing channel. I ain't going to say no names. Blue Blood Sports TV. I ain't going to say no names now. We ain't going to say nothing, But I saw... I ain't gonna say no names, and this ain't no shade. The nigga was begging. The nigga was snapping. God damn it! Y'all need to tighten up. Y'all need to donate. You need to hit the Cash App or the Super Chat. You need to do something. Wipe your feet off before you come into my house. I say, wipe your feet off before you come into my house. Hit the Cash App. You need to donate. And a matter of fact, I ain't gonna say it no more. I ain't gonna say nothing until y'all hit the Cash App. I'm dead ass serious. Hey, Champ Ross, I ain't lying, dog. I ain't lying. The motherfucker say, As a matter of fact, hey, we ain't gonna say no name. We ain't gonna throw no shade out there. Blue Blood Sports TV. We ain't gonna throw no shade out there now. But let me tell you something. Matter of fact, we ain't gonna say no more until y'all hit the cash. Brothers and sisters, this don't make no damn sense. Bro, that shit was bro, I was laughing so hard. And you know the crazy part about it? They was donating. I said, God damn, these motherfuckers donate. Bro, the nigga made about $1,000 in like 2 hours. I'm like, God, how the fuck this? Like, what this? Man, you know what, man? I need to squash the beef. Go over there. I'm thinking about squashing the beef. What y'all think? Oh boy, this shit is hilarious. Oh boy. Hey, if you're new to the channel, man, please subscribe, hit the like button. Hey, hit the like button, man. I want to open up the phone lines today. I ain't lying to you, dog. But anyway, let's get back to the fight. AC said big facts. Facts. Hey. Oh boy. All right, man. But yeah, man, that was a good fight, dog. That was a real good fight. I could have swore I had the damn, bro, I'm mad at the mug, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, I saw this actual scorecard. Have you guys seen the actual scorecard? See, this is what he fucked up. Have you guys seen the scorecard? Because hold on, let me pull this up. Let me pull this up. They showing a little bit of it right here. Hold on, guys, hold on. Let me share screen. Okay, here we go. They showing it right here, right? Here we go. So for those, they showing like the little, this highlight don't tell the story, but. Oh, there you go. There you go, right there. This highlight don't show the story. Oh, this the zone. Oh, the zone don't even play. God, hold on. God, man, I'm tripping. Man, the zone don't even play, boy. They'll block your ass in a minute. But anyways, that was the first round when he knocked them down. Hold on. Oh, here you go right here. This what I was trying to pull up right here. I had pulled up the wrong one. That's still the zone, but hold on. I do not own the rights to this materials. Education. It's for education purposes only. Now, it ain't nothing but a little clip, so we might be good. It ain't nothing but a little clip. Yeah, the zone don't even play, boy. They're motherfucking boy shit. But anyways, hold on, guys. Hold on. Little bit right there. Hold on, just a little bit right there. He caught him on the temple. I had to see it from the side. Caught him right there. See, he was knocked out before he even put his head down. And when he caught him with the right cross, he caught him on the temple. But it landed on it. But he fell out. It reminded me when Joe Smith Jr. knocked Bernard Hopkins through the ropes. He did Bernard Hopkins like that too. But Bernard wasn't asleep, but then Bernard sitting down on the ground, holding his shoulder, looking like I shouldn't have lost that fight. I could continue. I got knocked out. Bernard, you got knocked out the ring. You got knocked out the ring, bro. You got knocked out the ring. Remember that shit? Bernard Hopkins with the man. Hey man, be hot, man. Oh man, be hot with the grabbing his shoulder. Man, you got knocked out. Yeah, that's when B Hop said, I never let a white boy whoop me. While forgetting that the white boy had already whooped him in Joe Kawasaki. He forgot all about that. Anyways, hold on, Mo 9, what you say, fam? He said Conlan was up on all scorecards. Yeah, he was up on all scorecards. But it was only by like again, one scorecard that I saw on Twitter. Let me see, can I find that scorecard, dog? Sorry about that, fam. Let me see, can I find that scorecard? Man, because I seen it, bro. Let me see, can I find that scorecard? Hold on. Man, I'm mad at him up. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, like one judge, I want to say 2 judges had him up by at least 2 points. I want to say 2 judges had him up by at least 2 points, and 1 judge had him up by 1 point. Punch Perfect Boxing, what you say, fam? You got it right here. He said 104, 103, 2 judges. Then 1 judge had a 105, 102. Damn, 105, 102? Damn, but one judge had shout out to Punch Perfect Boxing, man. Shout out to my brother, man. Hey, okay. He said, so 1 judge had him up by 3 rounds. Okay, damn. All right, I'll be damn. So that last round, yeah. So either way it go. hold on. Either way it go, what's my brother name? Leigh Woods. Leigh Woods had to go all out. He went all out, bro. He went all out. This is what I'm talking about. He say Michael Conlan's brother caught him on the way down, coach. He said his shoulder just hurt from the fall. Okay, good. His brother caught him. Okay, that's cool. And his brother caught him. Damn. God damn, but his brother caught him, knocked him through the ropes. He said, coach, it reminded me of Ben versus McClellan. Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. Ben versus McClellan. Yeah, yep. One being knocked out of the ring and a horrible feeling at the end of the night, at the end of the fight, of something tragic happens. And it was a war. Yeah. Man, I forgot all about that fight, bro. You're right, bro. That was a fucking war there. That was a war there, bro. Let's see. He said, is there anyone that had a successful career after being KO'd in the ring? Or KO'd out of the ring? Yeah, it probably has. I got to sit back and look. I don't want to say there hasn't been, and there, there's nothing that come to mind right now, but, you see very few fighters get knocked through the ropes. You know what I mean? Like, well, it happens. It happens, but it's not like you see very few fighters. You know what I mean? It's not like it happens a lot, but he said Bernard turned 85 years old once he went to the ropes. He landed, what'd you say? Once he landed, he turned 92 years old. Hey, man, yeah, I remember that shit, man. Drumming for life. He said, didn't Hakeem Rockman get knocked out in the ring? Yeah. Lennox Lewis put him to sleep. Lennox Lewis, man, knocked his tooth through his lip or something like that. But yeah, man, you know what I mean? Like, bro, that's how you fight. That's how Chris Colbert was supposed to fall. Chris Colbert was supposed to fall to say, hey, you know what, man, I'm losing on all scorecards. I'm getting beat. I'm finna go all out. Chris Colbert did the opposite and started running. You see what I'm saying? Like, this, you got to know, you have to know, you say Marciano and Joe Louis. Yep. Marciano said he didn't want to fight Joe Louis. He said that was his idol. But anyways, Danny, what you say? He said, damn, how you end up catching your brother after getting knocked out in the ring? Glad he's okay though. Yeah. I'm glad he okay. Nick G, what you say? He said was very impressed with Colin. I thought he was excellent. Salute to Wood though. What heart? Yeah, see, Colin, listen, if Colin didn't have no punching power, dog, Colin didn't have no punching power. Colin didn't have no punching power. You know what I mean? Like, he faded. Bro, the simple fact that, listen, I'm gonna tell you why I say that, Nick G. He was hurting Lee with those left hands, those left hooks. He was hurting him and stuff like that. But he was catching him clean. He was catching him clean with a lot of those punches, and he couldn't knock him out. He couldn't drop him again, or he couldn't knock him out. Like, well, I'm saying in the second half of the fight, he was still landing those punches clean. You see what I'm saying? But he couldn't get him out of there, bro. And Leigh Wood just kept pressing, bro. That's how what the brother named Chris Colbert was supposed to fall. Chris said, fuck that shit. I ain't fuck all that going out on my shield shit, nigga. It's time to run. Shout out to Con Shonery for dropping $6.99. Bam on the Rev. Reverend Abernathy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, give me his quote at B-Hop. He said, I would never let 3 white boys whoop me. Yeah, that man got beat. Man, that man had got beat by Kawasaki and Kovalev. He forgot all about that. Hey, Con, he used to always say, I'd never let a white boy whoop me. While forgetting that 3 had already whooped you. Well, 2 whooped me prior to Joe Smith Jr. Pugilism, he says, it's why they should explore open scoring for all championship rounds. You know what? They should do open scoring, bro. You right? No, matter of fact, they should do open scoring for the entire fight. He said, Coach DAZN could be going more like WWE. Colin being eliminated Royal Rumble style. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, man. What you say, player? He say, Coach, that jacket is something. Yeah, man, true player, man. Reverend Abernathy, this is what I wear. You know what I mean? I've been going all over the world, talking to churches, saving fanboy souls. I ain't been over here in a minute, man, because, you know, y'all don't be tightening up. Y'all don't be tightening up over here, man. You know, I've been working internationally known Reverend Abernathy, Church Sundays. I'm here to bless y'all today. But listen, man, that was a damn good fight. Damn good fight. And it just makes you see that when this is how the fight should be fought. Dude, your ass losing. Another example. When Crawford fought Sean Porter. Some would say Sean Porter was winning that fight. He was winning the fight. We're going to say Sean Porter was winning that fight. He was beating Crawford. Crawford's trainers told him, hey, man, look here, man. You losing, dog. The judges got you losing. Crawford said, how? I've been putting paws on him. Man, you know, it's been a lot of close rounds, a lot of swing rounds, dog. They got you down. He said, for real? He said, yeah, they got me down. He said, all right. I got him. He went out there, bap, dropped him the first time. He went out there. Sean Porter went to lunging in again. Bap, dropped him again. Then he went to bamming on the goddamn bamming on the canvas. And his daddy said, man, enough of this shit. This nigga bamming on the canvas, man. Let me throw the towel in. Daddy wave that shit off. See, this when you know you losing in a fight or you believe that you're losing in a fight, you have to, that's how you got the fight. You got to say, man, you know, this is the 12th round. That shit Chris Colbert did. And even the guy who fought was that Costa Cal? When he fought Oscar Valdez. Some people say that Costa Cal won that fight. He beat Oscar Valdez. But the nigga started on the back foot a lot, you know, moving around a lot. You know, some would say he was running, you know, in the championship rounds. You have to know, dude, when you're fighting someone on their home turf, in their backyard, you're automatically down 2 rounds. It's 0-2 the other guy's way. You see what I'm saying? So what I did like about what Mike Conlan did, he said, listen, man, he went out on his shield. He fought. He was throwing hands, even though he had his back up against the ropes, but he was throwing hands. He wasn't trying to hold on. Let me grab this dude to hold on. In hindsight, he should have just grabbed and held. That's what he should have did, grabbed and held. That's what he should have did. He should have grabbed and held, but that's neither here nor there. But you got to know, dog, I got to try to knock this dude out, because if it go to the scorecards, it more than likely I'm not going to win this fight. That's how you got to fight, dog. Period. That's how you got to fight. Bottom line. He said on open scoring, Colin would have just ran for the last round. You know, but the guy whose job is to stop him, they still should have open scoring though. They still should have open scoring on Light Walker. Especially, you know, it's because a lot of this shit these judges be doing. I see, but I get what you're saying though. You know what? I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You make a valid point. 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 The drop, he says, yo, quick question. How many fights and results have been overturned due to bad judgment? I don't know any that's been overturned due to bad judgment. You know, I probably gotta think back, but I don't know any. I remember when Mike Tyson got his ass beat by Buster Douglas, Don King was trying to get that fight overturned, saying but in the 8th round, we dropped him, and that was a 13-second count and all that stuff there. Same shit that the Alphabet Boy channels was saying about Wilder when he fought Tyson Fury, and it was a late count. In the 3rd fight, it was a late count, and then in the 1st fight, it was a late count, and all that stuff there. Same shit. But I don't know any that's been overturned, to be honest with you. You know, not offhand. He said the unofficial scorecards is some form of open scoring. So no, it hasn't failed. Okay. Let's see. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Steven47, what you say, fam? He said, strap man Putin. Oh, y'all talking about Russia and shit like that. I am not going down. We ain't fucking with no politics, bro. We talk about boxing over here. Con Chandler, he says, I remember they did open scoring for Muhammad Ali versus Ernie Shavers and Ernie Shavers in 77. Okay. I was 3 years old, so 77, I was 3 years old. Alan, what you say, fam? He say, Coach, open scoring would definitely equal more entertaining fights. More people going all in for KOs when behind. But as a fighter, you have to know. As a fighter, you have to know, like, yeah, dog, I'm down right now, dog. I can't be listen, if you're fighting someone in another country, you know, Leigh Wood was fighting in his own backyard. You know what I mean? Michael Conlan, you know, that's why I think that Michael Conlan was, you know, instead of him running or whatever, well, Leigh Wood did a good job cutting the ring off and making our motherfucker. You fixing the fight. And as the fight went on, Leigh got stronger and stronger and stronger. So I really like that. I really like that, bro. As the fight went on, he got stronger and stronger. You see what I'm saying? You know, he got stronger and stronger. He got stronger and stronger as the fight went on. You know what I mean? So Sean says on Fear versus Wilder rematch order. Oh, you no, no, that ain't true. That ain't true. Damian, shout out to Damian Bennett. My brother said, he said, I agree with the open scoring based on some of these judges' scorecards. Yeah, absolutely. Regardless of what, I still think I agree with that. Hey, Damian, I agree with that, my brother. Shout out to Donald Banks for dropping that quarter of a bam on the rail.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, you remember when Kovalev knocked B-Hop down and he got up looking around like, what happened? I slipped on something that wasn't even real. Yeah, B-Hop used to always be with the bullshit, man. But every time he lost, it was some bullshit. Yeah, man. Every time he lost, man, it was every time he lost, it was so crazy. B-Hop couldn't just take a L. You know what I mean? It was just, you know, it was, oh man, you know, such and such. Oh man, you know, B-Hop was fun as hell, man. B-Hop was fun. I'm not gonna lie. Dan, he says, as a fighter, you should be able to know honestly. Makes it easier for fighters to adjust the game plan instead of his corner telling him nonsense because they think he's winning. Yeah, but as a fighter, you should know. Yeah, as a fighter, you should know. You should know. Again, what I loved about the fight, that's to me. Now, let me tell you something. Nobody is going to say, you know what, man, I don't want to watch Michael Conlan no more because he got knocked out through the ropes. You know, he got an L. No, but nobody's going to say that. They're going to say, you know, that was a damn good fight. If he fight again, we going to spend our money to watch him fight. That's what the boxing fans are going to say. The casuals from the YouTube, who follow these certain YouTube channels, the casuals are going to say, oh, he ain't got we can't watch him no more. He must be sorry. These guys don't know. They wouldn't know a pair of boxing gloves if it slapped them in the face. You know, but you get what I'm saying, though. Like, us as boxing fans, all we care about, that was a great fight. That was an exciting fight. Either one of those guys fight, we gonna line up to watch them fight. Period. Now that fight was a pay-per-view worthy fight to me. To me, that fight, based on that performance, they run it back. I'll pay pay-per-view for that. You want to know why? Because I already seen what it was the first time. I'm just saying I would. Steven says boxing need 5 judges. So even if 2 are off, you can still get the right decision. I mean, I don't know about 5 judges, you know what I mean? But I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. You know what? I'm thinking maybe 4. Maybe they should have a. I don't know how the judges are seated, but maybe they should have 4 judges to cover 4 corners of the ring, something like that. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Con Channel, he said they should run it back. That was a modern classic. That's how modern classics are made. Exactly. That's how classics are made. You got these dudes. Listen, you got these dudes, man. You got these dudes. They making Ortiz and Charles Martin pay-per-view, even though that was a good fight. I'm not gonna lie, that was a good fight. You know what I mean? But the Thurman, Barrios, that was a good fight. I'm not gonna lie, I can't front on that. But it wasn't no pay-per-view fight. You know what I mean? But it was a good fight. But they're making so many non-pay-per-view fights, which is ridiculous. But that one, if they ran it back right now, say, look, we got the rematch. You know, the electricity was in the air. Rematch right in the same spot. Go right back to the same location. Look, your man, you lucked up, knocked me out. I was really more tired than anything. You caught me with a lucky shot with the right hook to the temple. You see what I'm saying? Knocked me through the ropes. My brother had to catch me. You see what I'm saying? My brother had to catch me. And but it's all Gucci, baby boy. I want to run it back because I'm whooping you anyways. I drop you. I kind of like, didn't control the pace. And that's like Mike Conlan can go back and look at it and say, you know what, man, I see what happened. The pace got a little bit too much for me. I was tired. And he was doing the shoulder roll. He was trying to do the shoulder roll a little bit. And Leigh Wood beat the shoulder roll out of his ass. So everybody can't do that shoulder roll. Now, it's good. It's a good defensive maneuver for slipping punches and stuff like that. But he wasn't, in the second half, he wasn't countering a lot, he was countering, but he got tired, dog. The man got tired. Watching that fight, I said, yeah, he wearing down, bro. He wearing down. He said, not five, just use open scoring to keep the minus. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. I wouldn't mind open scoring. I wouldn't mind open scoring. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind open scoring. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind that. So still the scoring is going to be subjective to the judge anyway, so he said I watch boxing for excitement, not because the boxer has an O in his record. Yeah, see these new guys, they trying to, we trying to keep our O and all that stuff there, and you still can't sell out a hot dog stand. You ain't selling, keeping your O ain't helping you sell out a hot dog stand. Hold on, let's look at this right here. This is a good article written by the Sun. This is a good article written by the Sun. I like this here, man. You know what I mean? Leigh Wood, he say, I really like this, guys. I really like this. Falling through the ropes, grim KO. You know what I mean? I really like this. I like this. You know what I mean? The Nottingham star, 33 years old too. Seemed about to lose his WBA featherweight strap. He got the Reggie belt on the scorecards in front of his hometown arena. You know what I mean? His hometown crowd. After being dropped sickeningly in the opening round. He got caught pretty good too. Listen, the left hand was landing all night. You see what I'm saying? There you go right there, getting knocked through the ropes right there. Being knocked through the ropes. Damn. You see what I'm saying? But in the 12th round with just seconds left on the clock. See the drama. The excitement, the drama, with seconds left on the clock, they going blow for blow. You know what I mean? I had my back up against the wall. I was just swinging. They were just swinging. They was going all out. Leigh knew, dog, I need a knockout. I got to drop him at least one more time and get him out of there. Mike no, we ain't going out like that. Irresistible force versus, against irremovable object. You know what I mean? Something got to give. The hurricane versus the mountain. You see what I'm saying? King Kong versus Godzilla. You know what I mean? King Kong versus Godzilla. Megatron versus Optimus Prime. Somebody got to lose, right? Let's continue. You see what I'm saying? Let's see. But in the 12th round, with just seconds left on the clock, he unleashed a sensational final volley that drove Conlan out of the ring, leaving him needing medical attention. You see what I'm saying? Celebrations remained muted while we waited news of the 31-year-old's Conlan's recovery, but it was an incredible display from both men, and the father of two recovered after leaving on a stretcher. So he recovered after leaving on a stretcher, right? Wood leaped over the rope, you know what I mean, into the action with support of his huge home crowd, and he bounced straight down onto the front foot as the aggressor, with Conlan king to the counterpunch. Listen, bro, this is really nice. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? A couple of whip right hooks sounded punishing, but Conlan seemed to catch them off his arms or glove. He was trying to do the old catch and shoot. He was catching the punches, you see what I'm saying? And then just as the bell rang, Conlan detonated a life-changing left hand from the southpaw stance and floored Wood violently. That was in the first round. They're breaking down what happened in the first round when he dropped him. When he dropped him. Bro, just look at this here, right? He got dropped. If you look at when he got dropped right here and how he was looking, no one would have even imagined that he would have won this fight. No one would have even imagined that he would have made it to the 12th round, let alone scoring a knockout victory to win. If you just go by the first round. This is why you keep fighting. And I think the referee did a good job. I don't really have any complaints about the referee. I think the ref did a good job. He did okay. The ref did okay. You see what I'm saying? The ref did okay. These dudes, but I'm telling you, boy, that's what I'm talking about. Boy, look at these boys right here, man. These boys going, he bleeding on the other side. He bleeding, but they going at it. This was the war. This was it. You see what I'm saying? This was it. It was breathless. Brilliant stuff. Occasionally, a boxing match but more often in an all-out battle with two men desperate not to disappoint their audience. You know, oh man, come on, man, bro. This is, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. They put this on pay-per-view. I'll pay for that. I'm saying me. I'll pay for that. But I'll pay for that. I'll pay for that. All goddamn day. All day. All day. I'll pay for that. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Passionate for beauty. What you say? Sis, she said, what you say, sis? She said a lot of boxers with O's these days are against Uber drivers, Amazon delivery drivers. Yeah, they fighting my level of competition. They fighting Coach Malachi Williams' level of competition. You know what I mean? Hold on, they fighting, yeah. They fighting, hey, Seuss, what you say, fam? He say Conlan versus Wood styles are made for each other, but will not beat any of the top 5 in the division. Yeah, you might have a point. You might have a point with that. You might have a point with that. Because styles make fights. You might have a point with that. Styles make fights. Styles make fights. You know what I mean? Con Shiner, what you say, fam? I'm glad Conlan was okay. Was worried we were going to get another fatality. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. I'm kind of glad. Julian, what you say? You said fight of the year so far for me. Fight of the year so far. I'm not even mad about that. Not even mad about that. Fight of the year so far. We still have the rest of the year to see what's up. Hold on. There was some more fights on there, though. There was some more fights. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I did not see all of the fights because I was very, very busy, but I definitely saw that fight. There was some more fights on there. What was the other fights that you guys were excited about? What were the other fights that you guys were excited about yesterday? Ryan, he said Loma fought an Uber driver and suffered his first L. Can't underestimate your opponents. Let's see, Shelton Moore. Shout out to Shelton, man. Shout out to Big Shelton. Damien, what you say, fam? He said, I have no problem paying for a good fight rather than recognize names. Yeah, me too, Damien. Me too. You know what I mean? Like, if it's a damn good fight, I'm gonna pay for it. Especially, you know, these guys gonna go at it. They're gonna make it do what they do. They're gonna come in the ring. I just like the fact, hey, Damien, what I did love about that fight, bro, I'll be honest with you. Of course, it didn't get a lot of publicity over here in the US. And of course, you're not gonna see too many like American YouTube channels talk about it too tough. You know what I mean? Ain't really talk about it too tough. You know what I mean? But that was the fight. In my opinion, when you are fighting someone in their country, the way, now, I'm not gonna lie, Mike gassed out. You could tell as the second half of the fight came on, he clearly lost the 10th and 11th round to me. I said, he don't got tired. And he couldn't keep Leigh Wood off of him. He couldn't keep him off of him. Leigh Wood was forcing the action. And it seemed like Leigh Wood had got a second win, to be honest with you. It seemed like Leigh Wood got a second win. You see what I'm saying? It seemed like he got a second win, to be honest with you. Only watch Conlan and Wood. Yeah, that was the only one I saw, bro. That was the only one I saw. Shelton Moore say, Coach, what's popping with the Huggy Bear jacket? Hey, man, it is what it is, man. You say, what's popping is popping. What's popping is popping. That's what's popping. That's what's popping. You see what I'm saying? Majestic, what you say, fam? You say, new subscriber. Glad I found your channel. We're glad to have you, brother. Glad to have you. You see what I'm saying? Since you're new to the channel. Majestic, since you're new to the channel, I think it's only right that I do this. Majestic, let me talk to the brother. Since we're new to the channel, I just gotta let you know that over here, you know, we have something called that we go by. We got some commandments that we go by over here. You see what I'm saying? And the commandments was put together by myself and the some of the other subscribers who've been rocking with the old boy, you know, for a minute. Coach Malachi Williams, been rocking with us for a minute, right? So we got some commandments here, you know, that we kind of go by over here, and I just want to share them with you. We go over them every Sunday. Every Sunday. You know what I mean? And you might want to get familiar with them just to make sure that this is the type of place that you want to get here. Kareem, there go Kareem. He said, make sure you read the commandments. There go my dog Kareem. True. There go my dog Kareem. G Code, live by, die by. What the link read, baby? What's happening? G Code, live by, die by. What's happening, man? Shit was going on. Shout out to the Queen Deborah Booker, man. Salute to the Queen Deborah Booker. You know what I mean? G code, live by, die by. Okay, now listen. Now. We the only community. Oh, what a brother at? What a brother. I gotta keep him on. I gotta keep him up here. My brother, Majestic. Now, what you gonna find out is we the only community in the world, not world, you know, from the South. You know, we the only community in the world that we go by commandments. The reason why we had to do this is too much fanboying, justifications for fights not being made. The reason why we came up with these commandments, Majestic, was because we saw too much of the buffoonery going on social media, and me and some of the subscribers, we did not like it. And I came up with the idea. I said, man, we got to have some kind of commandments over here, man. Because these dudes talking about you got to be on code and this and that. This is the code that I go by. We go by this code over here. You know what I mean? This is the code that we go by. And come now, here we go. Then this is the 16 commandments from the boxing gods, right? Commandment number 1, thou shalt not fanboy for any manager, any man. As a matter of fact, let's do this. Let's do this. Hold on. As a matter of Chet Ross said, the 10 commandments on church Sundays. Can we get a witness of the congregation and pass around the basket? As a matter of fact, this is what we're going to do. Church Sundays, it won't be right if we don't, hold on. Church Sundays, it wouldn't be right if we didn't play the music. Now, this is for my good brother Majestic, who just became a member of the congregation. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and Lord have mercy, hit the like button. Now, what we do is this. Over here at New Media Today USA Boxing, we got something that we go by called the 16 Commandments of the Boxing Gods. We advise anyone who's new to the channel to read these commandments. They're very important because you got a lot of buffoonery and fugazi and stuff going on YouTube with a lot of different channels. You got dedicated fanboy channels of specific fighters, and their subscribers are dedicated fanboys of specific fighters, and the channels they follow as well. We don't do that over here. Now, I'm gonna tell you why this is necessary. Commandment number 1 is very important. Thou shalt not fanboy for any fighter. We don't believe in fanboying for a fighter. Why? Because a lot of people use fanboying as a way to not allow big fights to happen. I'm going to break it down for you in a minute. If you have an overly emotional attachment to a fighter, this would make you a fanboy. And you go to justifying all types of bullshit. Commandment number 2, thou shalt not deride for a promotional company or a promoter. We don't deride for promotional companies or promoters over here, my brother, because we give a damn about promotional companies or promoters. Boxing fans only care about seeing the best fighters fight the best fighters. Doesn't matter which promotional company that you are with. We don't do that over here. Commandment number 3, thou shalt not be a manager or promoter of any fighter. I don't want no fanaging going on. We don't want to hear no fighter talking about, well, my fighter fought this guy and my fighter's making this and he's doing that and your fighter ain't did this and he shouldn't do that. Yeah, he's a 3 division world champion, been undisputed in one weight class. You know what I mean? But that don't mean anything. My fighter is more popular, this and that. We ain't getting into the fanaging and this fighter should take this cut and that fighter should take that cut. We don't do that over there, right? Let's continue. Now, commandment number 4, thou shalt not pocket watches a fighter's money. Well, my fighter got more money than your fighter. My fighter got $5 million in the bank, and your fighter only ain't got but 2. And my fighter make $2 million a fight, and your fighter make $1 billion a fight. So we have a whole lot of fantasy. That's what these dudes be doing. When they be talking, they be moving their heads like this when they be arguing. So we don't want that over there, right? We don't want that over here. Let's continue. Now, thou shalt not talk boxing without facts. There's a whole lot of emotional talking about boxing, but ain't no goddamn facts, especially when it's coming to the fanboys. When it's coming from the fanboys. Commandment number 6, thou shalt not get too emotionally invested in a particular fighter. If you get too emotionally invested in a particular fighter, that would make you in violation of commandment number 1, and that is a fanboy. Thou shalt not fanboy for any fighter. Commandment number 7, thou shalt not criticize a fighter for cherry picking when your favorite fighter is cherry picking. If your fighter is cherry picking, don't be criticizing another fighter for doing the same shit that your fighter was doing. Okay, now, commandment number 8, thou shalt not condone any elite fighter for ducking another elite fighter. If your fighter King Kong, his ass better be fighting Godzilla. Godzilla. That's how we go by over here. Commandment number 9. Thou shalt not speak of the back end money. We don't want to hear nothing about no back end money because the shit don't exist. Commandment number 10. Thou shalt not tweet it shit on Twitter for your favorite fighter. If you on Twitter, being undisputed on Twitter, arguing, debating, yelling, screaming, attacking other people on Twitter about your favorite fighter, that should not be tolerated. Commandment number 11. Thou shalt not threaten people on YouTube if they disagree with you. Now, I am a victim of being threatened on YouTube. I get threatened a lot on YouTube from these so-called brothers from the so-called conscious community who's in boxing. They attack me all the time. They got the victimhood mentality, but I give 2 fucks about them. We don't give a damn about them. We don't want to threaten people on YouTube if they disagree with you. Commandment number 12. Thou shalt not speak of undisputed if your favorite fighter has the French fries belt, aka better known as the franchise belt. I hope that's self-explanatory. Commandment number 13. Thou shalt only have permission to be a fanboy of an old school fighter. This is the only exception to the rules. Examples are Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, the marvelous Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, Salvador Sanchez, Azuma Nelson, Julio Cesar Chavez, etc., etc., etc. Let's continue. Commandment number 14. Thou shalt not race bait to push a personal narrative. We don't believe in race baiting over here. We leave that to the race baiting channels. Okay, commandment number 15. Thou shalt not have a victimhood mentality and play the race card when you don't get your way. A lot of these guys, when they don't get their way in an argument or debate, they want to have a victimhood mentality. They turn the victim, and then they want to pretty much pull out the race card. Bam! The shit don't work over here. We don't do that over here. We give 2 fucks about what your race is. Everybody can get it. Equal opportunity. Commandment number 15. Commandment number 16, guys. Thou shalt not violate any of the commandments under no circumstances. Okay? So that's it, and that's where we go at. And let's give everybody in the church a round of applause, okay? Let's do this here, man. Hold on, man. Everybody round of applause. So that's the commandments, brother. So go to the community tab, you see the commandments, and that's what we go by. We're not on none of that. We don't, and we live by these commandments. We live by these commandments. And as a matter of fact, hold on. I'm not finished. As you can see right here, these are the commandments that all of our subscribers must follow in order to be a subscriber of this channel. This is it. These commandments might be too much for you, to some people. So, just letting you know, we don't do that over here. We want to see the fights. We want to see the best fighters fight the best fighters. That's all we want to see. True. That's all we want to see. If you listen, another thing too, right? Hold on. As a matter of fact, hold on. That's all we want to see. We want to see the best fighters fight the best fighters. As a matter of fact, I got a receipt I want to show you. Got a receipt I want to show you guys. Hold on. Got something I want to show you guys because I'm hearing some crazy shit. I don't know how true it is. You know what I mean? But let's pull this up about this Jaime Munguia and Jamal Charlo situation. Now, you know how I feel about the best fighters fighting the best fighters. Over here, we don't do no nigga splaining. We don't do my fighter got a Lambo with suicide doors, and my fighter got ice, and my fighter, yeah, my fighter, you got a lot of these fans. And a lot of these fanboys and these fanboy YouTube channels, they argue up and down why great fights should not happen. And these dudes are emotionally invested, telling fighters, well, you need to listen to us. Take this if you want to make the fight. They trying to tell fighters, these are fans who don't know nothing about the business of boxing, telling someone who knows about the business of boxing what they should be doing and how they should do it to make fights because they listening to fanboy YouTube channels. And I understand, I get it, low IQ, I get it. But my point is this here. We don't do that shit over here. We don't do that over here. We want to see the goddamn fights. I don't give a flying what happens. And we ain't seeing the best, so be it. Now let's look at this Jaime Munguia situation and Jamal Charlo. Boxing sources. All right, it's the same shit as sources say. Same shit. Jamal Charlo and Jaime Munguia talks collapse due to fight over U.S. broadcast rights. So if this is true, let's continue. If this is true, then I don't want to hear nothing about Jamal Charlo ducking Jaime Munguia. This is why the fight ain't going down. I don't want to hear nothing about Jaime Munguia ducking Jamal Charlo. This is the reason why the fight is not going down. No, that's not the case. Now, I know some guys are going to push their narratives. The pro-Jaime Munguia fans are going to push their narrative. The pro-Jamal Charlo fans are going to push their narrative. But whatever narrative they're pushing, if it's the opposite of what we're reading right here, it's some bullshit. Let's continue. Let's continue. Now, talks to middleweight champion Jamal Charlo against the Mexican star Jaime Munguia in July have collapsed. Why did it collapse? Over the broadcast, over the U.S. broadcast platform. Sources told ESPN. Sources say, right? Charlo, who is aligned with Al Heyman's PBC, and Munguia, who is promoted by Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions, agreed on the financial terms for each boxer. Sources said. Let's stop right there. They said that Charlo and Jaime Munguia agreed on the financial terms. They said both fighters agreed on the financial terms. So according to that right there, neither fighter ducked anybody. They agreed to the financial terms, right? To fight each other. Let's continue. So apparently, Jamal Charlo must feel like, hey man, I'm going to get this boy up under my belt, knock him on out. He feel like he can take him. And Jaime Munguia, for him to agree to the financial terms, Jaime probably feel like, look here, this dude a hype job anyways. I'm gonna send his ass back to Texas, send his ass back to Houston with a cell tucked between his legs, and this is why I want to fight him. And Jamal like I'm finna knock his ass out, let him know, goddamn it, that he was a hype job anyways. So anyways, they both agreed to fight each other. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. They agreed on the financial terms, but the broadcast rights became a sticking point in an increasingly fractured sport. Let's stop right there. The broadcast rights. What the hell? This is where the business comes in at right here. Showtime, one of PBC's two broadcast partners, along with Fox, was set to televise the 160-pound title fight on pay-per-view. Sources said. So this is going to be a pay-per-view for Jamal Charlo and Jaime Munguia. I think this is going to be Jaime's first pay-per-view, right? However, Golden Boy insisted that his partner, DAZN, be involved with the stateside telecast. So let me get this straight. Oscar De La Hoya, the fighters have agreed to fight each other. The money wasn't a problem. Everything was going fine. Oscar De La Hoya, sticking point is he want DAZN to be involved in the stateside telecast. Nigga, please. Let's continue. PBC offered Golden Boy the TV rights in Mexico and the UK, where DAZN is popular. However, Golden Boy officials didn't respond by a noon PT deadline Friday to close the deal. Sources said. We don't know how true any of this shit is, right? Sources said. I told you about that sources say shit. The proposed deal included a rematch clause per sources that guaranteed Charlo the option to secure an immediate return bout if he lost. DAZN would own the sole broadcast rights to the Charlo Munguia 2, sources said. So if they fought and Jamal Charlo lost, he wanted a rematch, DAZN would get the that fight would be on DAZN, but the first fight is going to be on Showtime. This is some bullshit. And this is what De La Hoya said. This motherfucker here. Finalizing Charlo versus Munguia is top priority, said De La Hoya on Saturday on Twitter. Golden Boy remains committed to our partner, DAZN. DAZN understands the magnitude of this fight and is willing to be able to collaborate with Showtime to get this done. I hope Showtime is on board. This is some bullshit. Now, this is the crazy part about it. With the talks broken off, the WBC has ordered a Tuesday purse bid for a middleweight title eliminator between Munguia and Carlos Adames, who is with the PBC. Carlos Adames is with the PBC, right? He's a PBC fighter. Sources said, if Munguia wins, he shall become the mandatory title challenger to Charlo. So if this fight don't go down right now, Munguia is going to have to fight. The Carlos Adames. He's going to have to fight him in order to become the mandatory to fight Charlo. When he can just take the fight now, which he has, he's taking the fight. Charlo has taken the fight, and Oscar De La Hoya with the bullshit. This shit here pisses me the hell off. Pissing me the hell off. So let me get this straight. Jamal Charlo is willing to fight Jaime Munguia. They agreed to the financial terms. He signed. Bet. Let's do this. Jaime Mugiel said, yeah, I want to fight Jamal Charlo to become the champ. He agreed to his portion of it, signed, check. A damn promoter, the deal, and I'm not being no promoter, none of that shit. The deals has, hey, Oscar De La Hoya. You see what I'm saying? You get all of them, all of the Mexican rights, and you're going to get all of the European rights. We only want the U.S. So you're getting the Mexico television rights. You're going to make bread off of that. You're going to get the UK television rights. You're going to make bread off of that. And the sticking point is, no, we want to have DAZN come on and co-promote this as well. Wow. Okay. Ryan A says Adames is not too bad. Yeah. No, Adames is not too bad. Adames is not too bad. But what I'm saying is the bullshit behind the sticking point. Why is that a stick? Why is Oscar De La Hoya worried about I want to bring DAZN in? For what? Listen, Jaime Mugiel is getting his money for the fight. Everybody happy. Everybody getting their money for the fight. What the fuck you worry about DAZN for? DAZN is allowing you to have this fighter fight on that platform. Boy, I tell you, man. The man must be on that, man. Come on, man. Pugilism, what you say, fam? He said, unfortunately, Keyshawn Davis, first 8-rounder versus Esteban Sanchez, 18-1 with 8 KOs, is canceled for the Edgar Berlanga fight. Zaya's call. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. You get what I'm saying, though. He said Jamal's on the wrong side of the street. Bro, this is crazy, man. They say, wait, is Jaime and Charlo going to fight? Yeah, they agreed to fight each other. The PBC sent them over a contract to fight for this fight. This is the fight that we need. He say boxing needs this fight to happen. Exactly. Boxing needs this fight to happen. Mr. Boxing News, what you say? Fishnet's promotion strikes again. True. He said Fishnet's promotion.
That's wrong, That's wrong. He did nothing to you.
You're wrong for that, man. You're wrong for that. Yeah, that was a low blow there. Mustafa, what you say, fam? Oscar is stupid for not giving his fighter a straight shot at Charlo. That's crazy, man. That's so crazy, bro. Bro, you're getting the Mexican TV rights. You're getting the European TV rights. And come on, man. Come on. Like, this is ridiculous. Your fighter wants to fight this guy. More than likely, he's probably making a career high payday. Why would you get in the way of that if they agreed on everything? Mama mentality, what you say, fam? As always, it's not the boxers, it's the sleazy promoters, and they agreed all fights should be put up for bid. Cuss the red tape. You know what, man? You're right about that. You're right about that. I think the sanctioning bodies, mama mentality. I see exactly what you're saying. I think the sanctioning bodies need to be more involved in forcing these big fights to happen. Now, okay, this is gonna be the mandatory right here. It's going to a purse bid, and we're not gonna play these crackhead games no more. We got to stop playing these crackhead games. He says, can we drop the narrative that De La Hoya promotes like how he fought? He fought everyone, but not doing the same with his fighters. Exactly. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that at all. Oscar De La Hoya put his fighters in the witness protection program. He don't let them fight. Bro, like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous for me.
I'm sorry?
160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
Man, this is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous, bro. Carlos, what you say, fam? He say, Coach, Oscar still has grudges with the PBC. Probably do. Remember, understandably so, though. They stole all his fighters. PBC through Richard Schaefer stole all his fighters. For the most part, that's how they feel. But I don't give a fuck about that shit. I just want to see the damn fights. I'm just saying, bro, he say Mugiel not ready for Charlo. How he not ready for Charlo? Hey, Jesus. How he not ready for Charlo? Shit, the man shit. He want all the smoke. As you can see right here, shit. As you can see right here, it said Charlo who was aligned. He said Charlo, who was aligned with, let me blow it up a little bit more so you can see it. It says Charlo, who was aligned with Al Haymon's PBC, and Munguia, who was promoted by Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions, agreed on financial terms for each boxer. So Al Haymon, Oscar De La Hoya, they agreed on the financial terms, but the broadcast rights became a sticking point in the increasingly fractured sport. Both fighters want the smoke. Jaime Munguia feel like shit to me. I would again I did give Charlo the edge, and I did give Charlo the edge because I feel like why did I give Charlo the edge? I just gave him the edge because he's the champ. I gave him the edge because he's the champ, stuff like that. And I need to see some more from Jaime Munguia, so I gave Charlo the edge. But I think he ready. Shit, I think he ready. Shit, I don't believe in babysitting no fighters now. He 39 and listen, he 39-0 with 31 knockouts. He ready. He ready. Shout out to Michael Lowry.
I'm sorry?
160 is my weight division.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, fam. I'm gonna go ahead and cue you up right quick. Shout out to Michael Lowry, man.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Y'all tripping. Shout out to Big Mike, man. Hey, y'all tripping. He say, was Montiel ready? Yo, need to. Oh, he say, Carl Shiner say, if Munguia is not ready, he'll never be. Yeah, if he read with 39 wins, 31 knockouts, man, you don't get no more ready than that. Jaime want to fight. Charlo want to fight. It's goddamn Oscar De La Hoya. This is shit I be talking about, dog. Kareem Jabbar, shout out to Kareem.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Kareem say, Coach, 160 is my weight division. You want to unify? I bring you to Clearwater. I want to bring blue blood. That's crazy to Oscar. hey, 160 is my weight division. I want to unify. You know what I mean? I want to unify. I want to get Gennady Golovkin in the ring. I want to break into Houston. I want to fight Canelo. I got to let them know that I've never been a Captain Save a hoe. You know what I mean? If they're willing to come down to 160, you know what I mean? 160 is my weight division. Shout out to Ryder of the Storm.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say, salute, Rev. Either way, if Munguia fights to become the mandatory and it goes to purse bid, PBC could get outbid. Golden Boy has deeper pockets than DAZN. Thanks to DAZN. Bro, but it's stupid though. Listen, if I'm a fighter, I'm gonna tell you why that's. But I see what you're saying as relate to DAZN. But to me, it's dumb. I have a direct shot to fight for the title now. Why should I fight in a eliminator fight for the WBC in order to become the mandatory to fight the very same guy that I'm negotiating with right now? You see what I'm saying? Like, it just don't make no damn sense, bro. It don't make no sense. Don't make no sense, bro. Don't make no sense. So I'm not going to sit here and, you see what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and say, Jaime Munguia ducking Charlo ducking Jaime Munguia. Ain't nobody ducking no goddamn body. This is Oscar De La Hoya and his bullshit. That's what this is. Broadcasting rights, the network issues will likely squash this fight. Shit is ridiculous. This shit is ridiculous. This shit is ridiculous, man. Like, for real, though. This shit is ridiculous. Two fighters want to fight each other, and as a fan, I don't give a damn about no goddamn network issues. Like, this is some bullshit. Hey, y'all, man, come on, man. Come on, man. Mama mentality, what you say, fam? You say, clearly both Charlo and Munguia agreed. It's the suits who put this fight on the show. Yeah, that's some bullshit. Okay, so Jaime Munguia gonna fight, he's gonna fight, what the brother name is? Damn, I forgot his name. He's gonna, let me see. Let me pull up his name. I forgot his name just that damn quick. He's gonna fight an eliminator. With another PBC fighter. I forgot the guy's name. I forgot his name. He's gonna fight an eliminator with another guy that's with the PBC just to get back in the same position to fight for the title all over again when he can just fight for it right now. Adames, yeah, that's the name, Adames. Thank you, fam. Hey, Ryan Ace, yeah, thank you, fam, Adames. So he gonna come on, man. Shit, he can still fight Adames. Let him go ahead and fight Jamal Charlo. And if Jamal Charlo lose, he can still fight Adames. Or if Jamal Charlo wins, he can fight Adames. Either or. He says Adames can for sure beat Munguia. Hey, man, let's pull up Adames. He say, Coach, I believe they're waiting on the Charlottes to vacate, so they want the belts, just like Canelo done. Nah, Charlo ain't moving up. He ain't Charlo. Shit, they're gonna be waiting a long time because Charlo ain't moving up. Charlo ain't moving up. Charlo ain't moving up. Joey Chad, what'd you say? He say Charlo on the wrong side of the tracks. Cool Boy Curry, what you say, fam? He say, Coach, Oscar did the same bull with Pitbull versus Ryan, and they both agreed on it. Bro, so this some personal shit. Yeah, this some personal shit that Oscar got with going to. Remember, a lot of those fighters that's with PBC, they were Golden Boy fighters. Oscar De La Hoya, while he was on his coke binge, out there snorting coke. Richard Schaefer was handling business, willing and dealing, making fights happen with Floyd Mayweather. With Floyd Mayweather fought a lot of the Golden Boy fighters. They pretty much promoted a lot of his fights, once he left Top Rank. And, he was working with Al Heyman. This is before they even had PBC. PBC came about in 2015. Right before that, and then after that, and then when they started the PBC in 2015, Oscar woke up and realized all his goddamn fighters were gone. They became PBC fighters. And he ended up suing Richard Schaefer and all that stuff there. Hey, man, you got to keep that scuttlebutt out your nose, man. Handle your business, man. Handle your business, shit. You know what I mean? Shout out to Rider of the Storm for dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said it could be the zone pushing to have the fight be a co-promotion with the PBC. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We're just assuming it's De La Hoya. Listen, you're right. We don't know what's going on. But all I'm saying is this here. If you got two fighters, it doesn't matter. Even if it's the zone, it's still their side of the street that's saying we need to have a joint pay-per-view. As a boxing fan, I give two fucks about that. If you got two fighters that want to fight each other, man, y'all work that shit out, man. Like, I don't want to hear no shit about the fight ain't going down because of network issues. Shit, if Mike Tyson was with HBO and Lennox Lewis was with Showtime, they was able to fight. We just saw what do we see? Did we see two promotions come together and fight each other? We saw Top Rank and PBC come together and they fought with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. So, and we also saw a situation where the PBC say, okay, I'm going to let our fighter go on the other side of the street. Well, I guess they did that because Sean Porter was out the door. Anyways, we're going to let you go to Top Rank. And Bob Penn putting up $10 million for the fight. You're going to get your highest payday, $4 million. Crawford going to get his highest payday, $6 million. Y'all fight each other. We're going to let you go. This fight going to be an all Top Rank card. So they can work that shit out. I feel bad for the fighters. I'm not here to cap for no goddamn networks, promotional company. I give two fucks about that. You know what I mean? Hey, Seuss, he said, how many more fighters until Charlo cleans out the 160 division? Oh, man. Joey Chaz, he said, DAZN not helping PBC do big fights. And vice versa. You see what I'm saying? And listen. See, that's like a cold war going on right now with these promotional companies. Like vice versa, like PBC been doing it for so long. We got our fighters on our side of the street. We're not gonna let any of our fighters we're not gonna do any cross promotions, fights with anyone and stuff like that. They've been doing that for so long that now it's like, I mean, I get it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. We got we need to get the likes up. I get it. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I get it, but bro, like as a boxing fan, I don't care nothing about that shit. And Mike Tyson had boycotted HBO in the early 90s. Anything should be able to get done through fair negotiations. Yeah. He did that because of Don King, though. I think he was with Don King, and you know how that shit is. Don King, he did that because of Don King. Let's see. But you get what I'm saying, though. Like this shit crazy, though. Let's see what this dude. What's Adames? Let's see what we got right here. Hold on. Let's look up the middleweight division right quick, guys. Welterweight, middleweight. That's a good question. How many? Vacant champ. Why they got vacant right there? That's the women's ratings. WBC champ. Let's look at this, guys. Let's look at this. I'm looking at who's in the top. Now, this hasn't been updated. I don't know why that's not a Charlo should be. Well, let me see. IBF. Oh, there's no ring. There's no ring. There's no ring magazine guy, I guess, right here. IBF right there. You know, we got Gennady Golovkin. We have Jamal Charlo, WBC champ. Demetrius Andrade is no longer with middleweight anymore, so they have to update this. They got the Ring Magazine had Munguia ranked number 4. They're probably going to move him up to number 3 or 2. He's number 2 in the WBC. This is who he's going to have to fight if he goes the WBO route. If Jaime Munguia goes the WBO route, this is who he's going to have to fight Janabek. Darianchenko, he just 13-4. Carlos Adame is right here. So this is who he's going to have to fight. 21-0 with 16 KOs, 1 loss. So this is the guy. This is the guy who Jaime Munguia, if this network shit don't get worked out, he's going to have to fight a PBC fighter anyways. If it's going to go to a purse bid, because I'm pretty sure that they're not going to be able to come to an agreement. It's going to go to a purse bid, and Al Haymon may try to outbid Oscar De La Hoya because this shit been going on for a minute now. You see what I'm saying? So, but you get what I'm saying though. He said Adamazan beat Darianchenko in his last fight. Shit, yeah. Darianchenko lost to? He lost to Triple G, Daniel Jacobs, Jamal Charlo, and he lost to this guy. Okay. Darianchenko, he doesn't win his step-up fights. He doesn't win his step-up fights. He doesn't win his step-up fight. No, but now this is, he said, Jesus, he says, coach, that was a serious question. How many more fighters until Charlo cleans out the 160 division? Well, the only way he's going to clean out the 160 division, Jesus, he's going to have to fight the champions. He's going to, he's going to have to fight. He's been in this division for 5 years, and he's fought 0 champions, right? He had an opportunity to fight this guy. That didn't happen for whatever reason. For whatever reason you want to believe, fact of the matter is these 2 guys didn't fight. This guy don't want to fight him. That's what they say. Triple G, they say he's been calling out Triple G. Have he sent Triple G any offers? I don't know. I don't give a damn. All I know is they haven't fight each other. So in order for him to clean out his division, he would have had to fight this guy, get his belt. He would have had to fight this guy, get his belt. He would have had to fight Murata, who was the WBA champion, get his belt. He hasn't fought any of these guys. So now that Andrade has moved on to the super middleweight division, who he's trying to fight Jaime Munguia. So that's a top 5 guys for what you can see. Ring Magazine top 5. This is the top 10 Ring Magazine fighters. And let me let you guys see this. Felix Cash from the UK, 15-0. I want you guys to see what this is, so we'll know. This is Ring ratings. This is Ring Magazine ratings right here. This is their ratings. They're top 10 in the middleweight division. So, bro, how many top 10 fighters has he fought? He's fought Darianchenko. Charlo fought Darianchenko. Since he's been in the middleweight division, he's gonna have to go through these guys right here, man. Chris Eubank Jr., he's only gonna fight. He's 32-0 with 32-0 with 32 2-0. It looks like he's more interested in domestic fights, so that ain't gonna happen. You get what I'm saying though? So, bro, that's a good question, Carlos. That's a good question. I mean, Jesus, that's a good question, man. But the dude ain't, He said Joey Chaz. He say, Coach Canelo fighting Berlanga, Jake Paul and Munguia in 2023. Yeah, I don't. You have any receipts on that? No, I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that, fam. Let's see, Mr. UK, what you say, bro? You said Jamal was Triple G's mentor, #1 contender. Then Triple G lost to Canelo, and he didn't want to fight Jamal neither. Here, man, this shit been crazy, bro. This shit been crazy. I don't know what reason why these guys haven't fought each other, but in order for him to clean out the division and stuff like that, he's gonna have to. Any fighter, I don't give a damn who it is. You talk about cleaning out the division and shit. You got to fight the dudes in the division. Period. You got to fight the guys in the division. That's how that shit works. You can't clean out a division without fighting the guys in the division, the top guys. You know. Raw Dog, he said Canelo ducking a fighter who's fought 0 champs. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. You get what I'm saying, though, guys? You get what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, you know, these guys, and this is the problem. And this is why we get excited when we saw the fights that we seen last night. We seen the fight. We get excited when we saw the fight that we seen last night between Leigh Wood and Michael Conlan because that fight was so exciting. It seems like over here, bro, it seems like over here, bro, in the stateside, it's like, I don't get it, dog. Like, I mean, I get it. It's like, to me, there's a whole lot of ducking going on. There's a whole lot of politics that ain't got nothing to do with ducking. There's just a whole lot of shit. It's like, okay, we can easily get a top fighter fighting a taxi cab driver. Those fights get made just like that. You know, Hobo Sam fighting Triple G. Shawty Big Nuts fighting Jamal Charlo. You know, let's see who else we got. What my main man, Demetrius Andrade, he fighting Poke Chop Willie or somebody like that, right? Those fights are easy to be made. But when it comes down to fighting, the top guys fighting each other, oh, goddamn it, he pump the brakes. We hear all this niggas, oh, well, you know, he ain't fought nobody, and, you know, he got to get some better fighters on his resume, and, you know, he got to talk to his baby mama, and, you know, his cousin and my uncle really don't get along. It's like, bro, like, you ain't had no problem making this fight. When you was fighting Hobo Sam and Poke Chop Willie, y'all only had no problem making them fights. But then when it come down to you guys fighting each other, it's a problem all of a sudden. Man, that shit make me sick, dog. That shit make me, I'm not even gonna lie to you, dog. Like, it just make me sick, bro. But what you say on Cassidy? He say Mike Coppering is chatting out of his ass again for KMT. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, though. You get what I'm saying? It's like, bro, come on, man. This shit need to stop. Now, Joey Chad says Charlo needs to fight Benavidez, keep it in-house, period. No, but in order for him to fight Benavidez, he's going to have to move up. If he doesn't move up, he got to fight the top guys in his division. Now, fighting Jaime Munguia is a good play because Jaime Munguia is in the top 10. Ring Magazine top 10. Ring Magazine top 10. You see what I'm saying? You feel me? Hold on. Let me do this. Let's look at the WBC. Let's look at the WBC because from what I'm seeing, hold on, that's boxing. Let's look at the WBC. And then this is the crazy part about it. When I go to the PBC website, that's woo-hoo-hoo, boy, look what they just, boy, look here, boy. Like my fanboy don't kick in. Bam! You see what's right there. The marvelous one. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Put some respect on his name. This is a year anniversary of his death today. Remembering Marvelous Marvin Hagler 1 year after his death. Put some respect on his name. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Shit, you know, the marvelous one. Remembering Marvelous Marvin Hagler. You see what I'm saying? When I hear these dudes talking about, yeah, I'm a throwback fighter. I'm cut from the old school. I'm a throwback fighter like Marvelous Marvin and Hagler. Well, goddamn it, you better be making Marvelous Marvin Hagler type moves when you say some shit like that. The middleweight division is a historic division. That's what, so I'm like, and I feel like anyone that's in the middleweight division, they should be doing historic things, especially if you are a African-American fighter, you know what I mean? And you saying that, you cut from a different cloth and you got your fans talking about, yeah, man, I'm the slick black fighter that everybody ducking and dodging, all this shit there. If you believe that shit right there, if you subscribe to that thought process and stuff like that, I better see your ass moving like Marvelous Marvin Hagler. I better see your ass moving like Marvelous Marvin Hagler. That's right. That's right. If you ain't moving like him, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Period. If you in the middleweight division, and you capping, and you talking about how special you is, how good your skill set is, and how you do A, B, C, and D, right? And you ain't fighting like this dude here. Hagler had 50 fights. He got a shot at the title on his 50th professional fights. And he had a couple of losses and a draw up until that point. That's what Hagler did. 50. And then he went on a goddamn tear in order to win the title later on down the line. And the man ran the goddamn board. Fought everybody. He went talking about what network you was with. He didn't give a damn how much money you had in the bank, how much ice you had, because he had a whole lot of money. Hagler had money. He didn't give a damn about none of that shit. Hagler made his legacy in one division before them all. Exactly. He didn't have to move up. You ain't got to move up in no division to make your legacy. Shit, everybody ain't Sugar Ray Robinson. You ain't got to move up. You ain't got to move up. Just fight the best motherfuckers in your division. That's what he did. You got dudes right now in boxing. They haven't even fought a top 10 guy yet. And they champs. Come on, man. Shit, you got dudes right now in boxing. Man, dude, they make all kind of excuses. Shit, these niggas don't get no pass with me, bro. They don't get no pass with me, dog. I don't give a flying fuck. They don't get no pass with me. Shit. These niggas talking about people got to get COVID shots and they got to be 25 and, their baby mama got to be pregnant and their cousin got to know how to do the butterfly and your uncle got to know how to do the Tootsie Roll and you got to, I got more Twitter followers than you. I got more social media. Come on, man. Don't get me started. Y'all know I'm a fanboy about Hagler. We know this, right? We know this. Anyways. Yeah, man. Hagler fought from 1973 to 1987. Let me read this here, man. I'm gonna dedicate this to Marvelous Marvin Hagler, man. He said Hagler fought from 1973 to 1987, 14 years, tearing through the middleweight ranks. He won 62 fights with 52 KOs, 2 draws, and 3 losses. You see what I'm saying? 2 of those were tightly and duly avenged. So the dudes who beat him, he went back and got that smoke, avenged them. Let's continue. That's what Hagler did that, though. Right? His KO record as undisputed champion was 78%. It is the all-time record to this day. True. So when you tell me that your fighter is all of that in a bag of chips, me being 48 years old, I have been watching the sport of boxing for 40 years. This is the barometer that I judge them by. Okay, well, shit. I ain't gotta pull up Sugar Ray Robinson. It's hard to cover. It's hard to match what Sugar Ray Robinson did. So I'm not even gonna hold you to that standard, nigga. Is you fighting the best dudes in your weight division? Are you doing that? Are you becoming undisputed? Because Hagler was undisputed. There was no dispute about Hagler being champion. Truth be told, listen. Fact of the matter is this. Truth be told, shit. Some people say that undisputed champions are really the only champions. The reason why, is because you can hold titles in many different sanctioning bodies. I got the WBC title. I'm a WBC champion. I'm an IBF. I got the IBF title. I have the WBO title. They ain't had a WBO then. I think the WBO came out in 1988, if I'm not mistaken. 1988, something like that. I have the WBC title or the WBA title, right? Everybody got a belt. The champion is the one that got all the goddamn belts. I got all of them. Ain't no dispute over here. I got all of them. So that means all of you guys, if you rank number 1 in the top, so this what it'll be. This what it'll be. Hold on. This what it'll be. Let's pull them up. I'm finna show y'all something. See, this the beauty of becoming undisputed. This is the beauty of becoming undisputed. Let me show you something in the weight division. Now, of course, we know we ain't gonna get a whole lot of undisputeds now is because of the politics of boxing and stuff like that. Politics with these goddamn hold on. So hold on, guys. Yeah, the politics with these promoters and all that shit there, and you know, we're not gonna get a lot of that right now. To be honest with you, to be fair, we're not gonna get a lot of that right now. But this is what I'm doing though. WBO, we pulling everybody up. See, when you get all of the belts, and you fight for that, you got to fight everyone that's in the top 10 in each ranking system. Right? Okay, who the best? Who's supposed to be the best with the IBL? Okay, yeah, I want him. You know what I mean? Like Hagler fought every guy. He didn't give a damn. He had all of the belts. He had to defend all of them. He had to defend all of them. Right? Undisputed. That's why I respect Undisputed so much. If you talk to some old school guys, they would tell you what I'm telling you. No, you're just a title holder. The guys who are undisputed are champions. Now, some will argue that. My uncle was like that. That's how my uncle was. You know, God bless the dead. Look, my uncle was like that. Yeah, man, okay, well, he got to go fight this dude. He got to go fight that dude. It wasn't none of this arguing, debating about what they shouldn't really fight each other. No, it wasn't none of that shit. I pull up all of the goddamn, he said, Hagler wanted to face Monzon, but he retired. Yeah, that fight, that'd have been a hell of a fight. Shit, John Mugabe, a lot of people thought John Mugabe was going to beat Hagler. A lot of people thought John Mugabe was going to beat Hagler. You see what I'm saying? So, it depends on who you talk to. You talk to some old school cats, they be like, oh, he's just a title holder. Because if you got 4 different champions in a weight division, there's confusion. If you got 3 different champions in a weight division, there's confusion. We want to get rid of all of the confusion and say, oh, y'all got to fight each other. You see what I'm saying? So that's how that shit there is. That's how I see it. Yeah, you say Monsoon and Hagler. Yeah, Monsoon and Hagler, no, they never fought. They never fought. But you get what I'm saying, though. So yeah, that's why we had to have a commandment. So when these dudes go to telling me, he say, what'd you say, fam? He said, I can't see no way. He said, got a lot of work to do. Yeah, when you hear dudes go to telling me about these fighters today and how they remind them of this dude and that dude, shit, I'm like, bro, I said, let's wait till their career's over with. I don't like comparing fighters that's currently fighting, but I can say, well, listen, you got 30-some fights and, these are your accomplishments so far. Okay, yeah, but in your weight division, who you fighting in your weight division? Like, that's how I gauge shit. I'm like, nah, this nigga, he ain't moving like this guy over here. Do not compare this fighter to Marvin Hagler, because he ain't moving like Marvin Hagler. Don't compare. That's all I'm saying. Or any old school fighter. Beast Mode, he says, why won't Jamal send Andrade a contract? He's scared of boo-boo. You know what? Hold on. Let's stop right there. Beast Mode. I was always under the impression, I used to always ask this question. PBC fighters, the PBC ass kissers, they always say, well, yeah, man, the PBC, Keith Thurman. Yeah, send a contract. If you want to fight me, send a contract. Send me a contract. We'll look at it. We'll do this and that. I used to always ask myself, how come the PBC don't never send a contract for fighters who they want to fight? They supposed to be a de facto promotional company, right? They work with Tom Brown, right? They work with him. Why they don't never, and then bam, bingo, what happens? Al Heyman sends Golden Boy Promotions a contract to fight Jaime Munguia, send him an offer to fight Jaime Munguia. That means PBC could have been sending offers to fighters. So every time I hear Keith Thurman say this bullshit, yo, man, ain't nobody send me no, they ain't send me no contract. They ain't send no contract. But then why you ain't send a damn contract? You see what I'm saying? They could have been doing that shit, dog. Why you ain't send a contract? So obviously the PBC could have been sending contracts to make fights happen. Come on, man. I ain't on this dick riding shit, dog. I ain't on this dick riding shit. Bruce Gold say this is the anniversary of a sad day. They don't come along like Marvin anymore. I don't look at it as a sad day. I look at it as a happy day. Even though Marvin Hagler is not here anymore, but his work speaks for itself. And I'm a relish in the joy that he brought in the ring, how he set the example of how a champion should move. So this is not a sad day for me. It's not a sad day for me. You know what I mean? Of course, I want Marvelous Marvin Hagler to be here. I get what you're saying, though, but fact of the matter is, man, the man legacy is cemented, and the man legacy is cemented, and the cement is dry. The cement is dry. These guys could have been sending contracts. They could have been sending offers. They could have been sending offers. Mo 9, what you say, fam? He says, I was thinking the same thing, coach. Exactly. Come on, man. They could have sold all this shit by ain't nobody sending no. Because you hear a lot of these dumbass PBC ridings. That's what they do. That's what they do. Yeah, he ain't sent a contract. He wasn't serious. Okay, well, why he ain't sent no damn contract? And then the niggas get quiet. They get quiet. The Kiji said guys like Ali, Leonard, Hagler, Hearns, Duran deserve occasional cherry picks because they fought on the best most of the time. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying you should fight a killer every fight. You know, you fight for 13 years. You got to fight 13. Well, it ain't that many killers in boxing anyways like that in your division. So you get what I'm saying? You got to fight who's there. And there's levels to this shit. Everybody ain't a George Foreman. Everybody ain't a Frazier or a Ken Norton or a Ernie Shavers, Ron Lyle. Everybody's not on that level. You know what I mean? So, you got to fight who's there. You see what I'm saying? But you got to fight those top guys, and that's how we're going to know who the best is. You know, you can't tell me you the best while you sitting over there babysitting this one goddamn belt, telling me, yeah, I got a Lambo. I got a canary yellow Lambo with suicide doors. I just got off the plane on a private jet that you had to pay your company a lot of money for the flying on a private jet. You know, I got ice. No, I ain't hear all that bullshit, nigga. Shit, Hagler was making plenty of money back then. I don't hear all that shit. Nigga, who you fighting? That's what I want to know. Who the hell you fighting? Mo 9 say celebrate his legacy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said that's why I love dudes like Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis fought everybody in his division. And listen, I hated Lennox Lewis. Guess what? Lennox Lewis was the best heavyweight of that era. That Mike Tyson era, Lennox Lewis was the best heavyweight of that era. And I hated Lennox Lewis. I don't hate him anymore. And I was a Mike Tyson fanboy. I got Mike right there. But guess what? Mike got his ass whooped by Evander Holyfield twice, and he got the shit beat out of him by Lennox Lewis. He lost to the top guys. He lost to the top guys in the weight division. Well, he lost to those two top guys. And Mike lost to some bums too. So I'm just calling it like it is, bro. Just calling it like it is. I still love Mike Tyson, but it's the truth. It's the truth. You know what I mean? I can't allow my fanboyism of Mike Tyson, of an old school fighter now. Old school fighter that's not breaking the commandments. I cannot allow that to get in the way of me telling the truth. Buster Douglas, a man that was a 31-0 underdog or something like that, beat him, knocked him out. So it is what it is, baby. It is what it is. It happens. It happens. Let's see, middleweight. I'm finna pull up this middleweight. Shit. WBO rankings, okay. Let's go over here to the WBA. It happens, bro. It happens. He said Clarissa Shields, 100 to 90 Shields. Okay. Yeah, Clarissa Shields, she can scrap. She can scrap. He said Lewis made Riddick Bowe gave up his belt. He threw his belt in the garbage can. He threw his belt in the garbage can. No matter how much you love Riddick Bowe, and I love Riddick Bowe as well, but the nigga threw his belt in the garbage can. He made a business move. Threw his belt in the garbage can. Period. Fact of the matter is, ADD, what you say, family? Say Lewis just peaked 10 years after Mike. But yes, same era. Yeah, but the same era. Same era. I think Lennox started fighting pro. Because Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis used to spar each other like back in the 80s. When Custom Auto was alive, like 80, 83, 84. They used to spar each other, stuff like that. But the fact of the matter is Lennox Lewis was that guy. And I hated Lennox Lewis. But I just got to be honest, dog. The resume speak for itself, bro. Resume speak for itself. This ain't about Mustafa. What you say, fam? He said, them people from Detroit can scrap. Yes, they can. Detroit, Jay, lights out. Lights out. That's all I'm saying. Lights out, baby. James lights out Tony. Shit, nigga, don't get me started about Detroit. I mean, Floyd Mayweather not from Detroit. He's from Michigan, but he's not from Detroit. Yeah. Lights out, baby. Lights out. That's all I got to say. Probably my favorite. Damn, what James Toney, man. God damn. I gotta see why I got James Toney, man. James Toney, man. That nigga, that was a motherfucker, boy. He woo. Okay, let's get this is what we got right here. This is what we got right here. So, as I said, let's see. We got the IBF. Let me pull up the IBF, guys. Pull up the IBF. As I said, bro, like some old school cats, the guys that I came up with, my uncle, my uncle and them, they older and stuff, of course. They're not here anymore, but that's how they seen it. Like, let me show you something. See, Murata, he's the WBA champion. He's the title holder. He's the WBA title holder. Jamal Charlo is the WBC title holder. He's a champion. Okay, he's a WBC champion, right? Demetrius Andrade is not here anymore. I don't know why they still have him here. Right? That belt is vacant. They don't have where's Jaime Munguia? They don't have Jaime Munguia over here. Oh, they got Vincent Fagenbutts. They got Fagenbutts. This is the guy that Fagenbutts. This is the guy that Caleb Plant beat. Fagenbutts. I thought that was a hamburger. No disrespect to anyone from Germany, but I didn't know what a Fagenbutts was. They got Jaime Munguia right here, ranked number 13. They have Jaime Munguia ranked number 13 in the IBF. So my point is this here. Hagler had to fight everybody, all the top guys from the IBF. WBO wasn't around at the time. The WBA and the WBC. You go here, they got Jamal Charlo. He's that guy. He's the WBC title holder. Yeah, as a matter of fact, that's what I'm going to start calling these guys, title holders. Because, shit, Canelo's the champion. He got all the belts. Josh Taylor's the champion. He got all of the belts. You have some unified title holders. But, like, again, talk to someone who's from the old school, and all of them don't agree on it. A lot of the old school, some of the old school guys, I'm not saying everybody from the old school agree with this, what I'm saying. I'm just telling you, my uncles who I came up with, that's how they judged it. If it was another dude out there that had a belt, your job to go get that belt. Y'all gonna make that shit happen. Because we gonna get rid of the arguments. It's not gonna be with shit. My fighter, he the IBF champion, and he the WBC champion. Well, shit, my fighter fight this fighter, he'll beat him in this and that. And no. Ain't but one way to find out. Let them fight each other. And may the best man win. What you say, Munguia ranked number 13 with the IBF. Yeah, he's ranked number 13 with the IBF. Mr. Right UK. Hold on. He's ranked number 13 with the IBF, but with the WBA, he's ranked number 1. And he's going to have to fight the ranked number 2 guy, in Carlos Adames. He's going to have to fight this guy in order to become mandatory to fight this guy. Now, Charlo, Al Heyman has reached out and say, hey, listen, man, I'm going to reach out and give you a contract, reach out to get you an offer. So I'm like, man, they could have been sent fighters offers. And this is a non-PBC fight. So I'm wondering what made them change their tune all of a sudden. And right here we see the marvelous one, man. God, bookmark this him. It's Marvin Hagler, man. Shit. Tell you, Anyways, so yeah, man. So I don't see no Marvin Haglers in the middleweight division. I just don't. Now, you know what pissed me off? Let me tell you what pissed me off. Sorry about that, guys. Just went out. It just went out. Pilot fanboy did it. Damn, it just went out. Sorry about that, guys. You know what pissed me off though? I'm gonna tell y'all what pissed me off. What pissed me off is this. When Triple G was the guy back then. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. I clicked the button and ain't had no business clicking. I was trying to share it with you guys. But check this out, though. You know what pissed me off, dog? Remember when Triple G was the guy back right when Canelo fought him? When Canelo fought Triple G back in 2000, what it was, 18? Was that 18, guys? And He fought Triple G back in 2018. He didn't fight Jamal Charlo. This, he got elevated to the franchise belt, stuff like that. They created a new belt for him. He fought Triple G. He fought Gennady. He fought Daniel Jacobs. You know what pissed me off about that shit? When I used to watch HBO, I hear old capping ass niggas like Teddy Atlas. I hear old capping ass niggas like Teddy Atlas basically saying that, yeah, Gennady Golovkin, Teddy Atlas, Max Kellerman. Remember that shit? Gennady Golovkin, his power, he's so strong, and the way he throw his punches with leverage, he's probably one of the greatest middleweight champions of all time. And they were talking about, could he be better than Hagler and all this crazy shit. But it was blasphemy. But you know how mad I was? You got people like Teddy Atlas. But see, what I didn't like about them, because they dick ride so much for these Eastern European fighters. He's the next coming of Hagler and his power. Yes, Hagler didn't have one punch knockout power like Triple G. Remember that shit? Who remember that? Who used to watch Malcolm Roach? He said I'm taking Prime Lewis over Prime Tyson. Yeah, all day. Remember that shit? I'm saying though, like that shit had me 38 high. I'm like, what the fuck? You comparing Gennady Golovkin to Hagler? Well, nigga, where? Where you see that at? He says Teddy called Triple G overrated. He called him overrated now, but when it was HBO, he wasn't saying that. Boy, I got the receipts on that shit. He wasn't saying that. Him, Max Kellerman, they wasn't saying that. I got the receipts, bro. I say that shit. We talk about HBO. Thomas Jones, he said they had nut sauce all around their mouth. Yeah, that shit was crazy as hell, bro. To me, that shit was so disrespectful. He say, Coach look like the Fly Guy in that room. Yeah, man, Fly Guy, baby. Man, Reverend Abenaki, man, we doing our thing. Yeah, he overrated now. He wasn't overrated when they were working for HBO. When they were working for HBO, they hyped this man up like he was motherfucking, Bernard Burn. He said, man, Hagler would have beat the brakes off Triple G. Man, come on. Shit, fuck Hagler. John Mugabe would have beat the brakes off of him. But I'm not gonna compare the errors. I ain't trying to take a dump on Triple G. But Teddy Atlas, they used to say that shit, bro. They just say that shit. Bro. That should have had me 38 high. He said, where's the wig, coach? Yeah, the wig ain't around. He said Hagler was great, but people don't remember. Yeah, people get caught up in the moment. You see what I'm saying? I get caught up in the moment. I'm just saying though, Teddy Atlas, hey, ADD, what you say? He say Teddy Atlas goes wherever the wind blows. Exactly. Listen, this is the same guy. Teddy Atlas is the same guy that said that what the dude name Lomachenko, when he was 9-1. Never forget this. This is 2017. Lomachenko was 9-1. He had 10 professional fights, 1 loss. It was Andre Ward was commentating the Indongo and Terrence Crawford fight. The fight was for undisputed junior welterweight champion of the world. Crawford won that fight. He became undisputed. Teddy Atlas told Crawford and Andre Ward, I have Lomachenko #1 pound for pound over both of you guys. So don't tell me nothing about no goddamn Teddy Atlas. Don't tell me shit about no Teddy Atlas. I don't give a fuck who know Teddy Atlas, who down with him. Don't tell me shit about no Teddy Atlas. Now, when he say some real shit, I'm with him when he say some real shit. But don't tell me shit about no Teddy Atlas. Like, for real, though. Don't tell me shit about no Teddy Atlas. Really, though. Don't tell me shit about no Teddy Atlas. Because I say all that to say this. Kovalev, the Crusher. Kovalev, the Crusher from Mother Russia. He's the Crusher. Now, Kovalev was that guy. He was that guy. I'm not going to lie. He was that guy. He was that guy. Now, I can't take nothing from him. He was that guy. But I'm just saying, just how they was hyping it. How they was hyping it. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. The hyperbole was just too goddamn much. Danny, what you say? You say Atlas is by far one of the most overrated trainers. Majority or his takes are contrived. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, man, you know, like people give Atlas some credit because he's been in the game a while. But the fact of the matter is, he's old school, been in the game a while, came under custom auto. The fact of the matter is, he's a human being that gives his opinion, and this shit is biased as hell. You got a motherfucker telling me that a dude that's 9-1 is you got him pound for pound over two fighters. One guy just became undisputed, 32 wins, 0 losses. He had like 20 some KOs, 23 KOs or something at the time. The other guy, 32-0, unified champion at light heavyweight, because I think he was still fighting at that time. This was before he was going to fight Kovalev the second fight. And you're going to tell me a guy with 10 fights, 9-1 is better than guys with a combined record of 64 wins and 0 losses. Nigga, please. He says, when Teddy talks, it sounds like he can't breathe. Yeah, because he's full of shit. He got so much shit coming out of his mouth. That's why. On the key, he said, Trevor Bryan is bringing millions of new fans to boxing. Boy, does nobody know who Trevor Bryan is. Nobody know. He says Hagler's defense was atrocious. Hagler can take a punch. Offense was a motherfucker though. I wouldn't say Hagler defense was atrocious. I just said when you're fighting those top level guys, and he fought some top level guys. But then sometimes Hagler's like, fuck it, it's gonna be a war. When it's a war, you know, you very seldom see defense when it's a war. You very seldom see defense when it's a war. You see what I'm saying? Cool Boy Curry, what you say? He said, you're right, coach. I don't know what Teddy had in his cup that day. Yeah, that man. He say, to be fair, Larry Merchant was a scathing, critical boxing analyst. Yeah, Larry Merchant was a motherfucker too. Him too, yeah. That whole HBO calf. I didn't like Larry Merchant at all. I didn't like Larry Merchant. I just didn't. Larry Merchant was full of shit, biased as hell. You know what I mean? He hated, it was quite a few fighters he hated, in my opinion. You say, the crab crusher. You talk about Trevor Bryan? Say, man, y'all gonna stop hating on my dog. Trevor Bryan has the WBA regular heavyweight title. He has the same belt that Tank Davis has. So if you're gonna respect Tank Davis for being the champion, lightweight champion with the red belt, you're gonna respect the only American heavyweight champion that we have right now today in Trevor Bryan. We're gonna respect that. We're gonna respect that. Con Shonnery, what you say, fam? You say if Canelo had any sense, he'll move up to a heavyweight and take on Trevor Bryan. Hey, if he move up to heavyweight to fight Trevor Bryan, he gonna get the brace beat off of him. I got my money on Trevor Bryan. I'm betting the house on him. Canelo ain't whooping on Trevor Bryan. That's too much weight. too much weight. That's too much size there. Too much weight. He said, Mr. Boxing Move, Merchant hated Roy Jones Jr. sitting right next to him. Yeah, he hated shit. He hated Roy Jones. He hated Floyd. I want to say Tyson, but Tyson was acting crazy at the time. Tyson was snorting coke crazy as hell. You know, so Tyson had a lot of motherfuckers turn against him. But Larry Merchant hated a lot of motherfuckers, man. John B. Poetic, what you say, family? I'm always suspicious about things Teddy Atlas says. He's still a trainer at the end of the day. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Ryan H says, Blair the Flair versus Thurman one time at a press conference. Who you got? I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I haven't seen Blair the Flair fight. I think I might have seen one of his fights. I'm not impressed with that dude. He's a C-class fighter at best. You know what I mean? He talk a lot of shit, you know, but I'm not impressed with Blair the Flair. Like, you know, I think it's him saying the Flair is disrespectful to Ric Flair. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, I mean, that dude, like, who is he? You know, I'm just being honest with you. Like, he ain't no hell of a fighter. To me, he not. He ain't no hell of a fighter to me, Blair to Flair. You know what I mean? He say Blair is a 33-year-old prospect. That tell you every goddamn thing you need to know. How many fights this dude have? How many fights this dude had? Blair to Flair. Alex Soto, he said that guy Flair would get put to sleep. Yeah, man, that dude, yeah, I seen him fight one time. Carl Hansen, what you say, fam? He said PBC have locked. He said PBC have locked the doors in a world title fight for Tank in 2043. Well, they told us what they was going to do with Tank. It's just going to be all in-house fights. They told us that. They told us that. You see what I'm saying? And this is the thing that get me, like, when people get upset about what they picking and choosing fighters and this and that. We don't like, these diehard Floyd Mayweather fans. Yeah, we don't like when you see these other fighters picking and choosing fights and this and that. Okay, well, listen, Floyd, when he was fighting, when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, there was a couple of fights he didn't fight. A couple of fighters he didn't fight. He was Pretty Boy Floyd, but he fought a lot of the top guys at that time. He was trying to fight some of the top guys that didn't want to fight him. They ended up fighting him later on down the line. But when you tell me that, right, you don't like to see fighters pick and choose and this and that, and and you hate on certain fighters for doing that while ignoring this.
When you are put in a certain position, he should be he's able to, like me. When I was in a position, I can pick and choose who I want to, because I earned that right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, fine, all right, but you guys who are pro this guy who I just showed, you forget the fact that he's doing the exact same thing, and you guys didn't have a problem with it. But then when you say another guy who you hate is doing the exact same thing that the guy who you love that you didn't have a problem with doing it, I just point out the double standards and the hypocrisy. She says, it was funny though when the merchant told Floyd, if I was young, I would beat you up. No, he didn't say I would beat you up. He said I'd kick your ass. He said I'd kick your ass. Yeah. I remember that. Floyd said, you don't know shit about boxing. Then Leonard standing behind him looking mean mugging him. Roger Mayweather, Roger Mayweather mean mugging. Oh, man, I'm telling you, man. Alex Soto, he says on Tank better not sleep on Rolly. I'm just saying, roly-poly, baby. Roly-poly. Roly-poly. He said, Floyd, what? As a matter of fact, hold on, guys. Hold on. I got something for my Floyd Mayweather fans. I know you guys are excited about Floyd Mayweather and some of the big things that Floyd is doing. I know you guys are excited about that. So let me pull up something for you guys. Some of these guys are living vicariously through these they're living vicariously through their favorite fighters. You know what I mean? So let me see, can I pull it up? Where we at, Floyd? Okay, here you go. Floyd. Like I said before, I make smart investments. I have a plethora. Floyd, spell plethora. P-L ethera. Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen, check this out. He said jam down 187. Look here, man. A lot of you big rolling. Hey, listen, man. Y'all keep talking. Keep sleeping on rolling now. Keep sleeping on rolling. Big Rolly. Big Rolo around the Rolo. Big Rolo. Rolo mess around and land one of them hammer knockers. If Rolo land one of them hammer knockers, it's gonna be something else. He say merchant, not the greatest boxing analyst. Yeah. Just hired to stir up the narratives. Chavez and Floyd had their moment with Merchant. Yeah, they have. Rolo, y'all keep sleeping on big roly-poly, baby. Keep sleeping on roly-poly. But listen, let them betting odds be like minus 750. Tank Davis favored by, if I bet 100 on Rolly, I'm gonna make $750. Let it be some shit like that. Let it be something like that. I'm gonna tell you something. Shitting me. Telling you, boy, y'all, play with it. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna put a couple hundred on Rolly. You can believe that. He say, Coach, if Rolly wins, are you gonna run out and buy a muskrat coat? He said, I'm gonna buy a muskrat coat. Yeah, man, you know what I mean? Hey, anything is possible, pimping. Anything is possible. Shit. I put a couple of dollars on Rolly. Rolly mess around and pull off the upset. Yeah, man, I might move on up, man. Step up Step it up a little bit. I might move on up, step it up a little bit. Get a little muskrat, possum jacket. You know what I mean? Well, raccoon. Get a little 100% raccoon. Yeah, this coat right here is 100% raccoon. And then I get my haters to come out. See, I told you the nigga was a coon. Hey, I can hear it now. Hey, listen. He said bet the house. Yeah, he said, hey man, hey, I don't know, man. He said it with conviction. Hey, Avante, he said it with conviction. I mess around and get a coat, 100% raccoon. The haters will be like, I told you he was a coon. The nigga got a raccoon coat. I told you he was a coon. The nigga wearing 100% coon right now. That's what they gonna be saying. That's what they gonna be saying. That raccoon energy. Oh man, that's what they gonna be saying. You know I ain't lying, dog. You know I ain't lying. You know what I mean? I told you. He said, imagine the look on Floyd's face if Tank is put to sleep. He said, we have a plethora of other people's money. We spend it. Let me show y'all what this is for my diehard. I'm putting a couple dollars on rolling for real. I'm dead ass serious about that, dog. I ain't even playing, dog. Like shit, nigga. Hey, I think roll it favorite. Hold on, guys. Let me see, can I pull it up? Let y'all see, Floyd. I do not own the rights to this material. It's for education purposes only. Education. He said they're gonna call you Uncle Tom too. No, they already called me that. Uncle Tom, Coon, sell out. I get called all of that. That's fine. I ain't got no problem with that. You know, Uncle Tom, Coon, sell out, Sambo, all of those racial names that they try to use to destroy, tear me down. Same shit that the Southern whites used to call, back in the Reconstruction era and prior to the Reconstruction, they used to call us, and stuff like that. So these guys are calling their own people that now. It's fine. There's no problem. This shit is funny to me. This shit is funny because I know their playbook. I got all of their playbooks right here. And I'm gonna share it with you. Now, Floyd, talk to him, baby. Talk to him. He has he makes smart investments. Talk to him, Floyd.
Hey guys, Lisa Raquel checking in with Floyd Money Mayweather, man. We're here for his birthday, but most of all, we're talking about him creating a lane in generational wealth for others.
Hold on. So they say Floyd is creating a lane for generational wealth for others. If it's too loud, let me know if it's too loud. Let me know if it's too loud, guys. Now I want to know what lane she's talking about. Now I see him creating generational wealth for himself, but I want to what lane is he talking about? So let's do this. He said you have a plethora of playbooks, of their playbooks. Yeah, I do. I have them all right here. I'm sharing with you. I'm finna show y'all these fake militant so-called pro-black channels and their subscribers and their followers. I'm finna show you the playbooks that they operating out of. I'm gonna show them all to you right now. Anyways, she says, Dr. Smith, she say, salute, I dig your spin on things. Hey man, no, I'm just calling it the way I see it, fam. Shout out to the queen on that. I'm just calling it the way I see it. Can you guys hear it? Let me play it again. I don't have it up, but let me see. Turn it up a little bit. Sorry about that. Finna turn it up right here because I'm not playing it right now. All right, I'm finna play it right now, guys. Let's hear what our brother Floyd Money Mayweather. This is for the Floyd Mayweather fans. I know you guys love Floyd very much, and he's doing big boy things. Let's see what he's doing.
Hey, how you doing? I'm doing okay. Hey guys, Lisa Raquel checking in with Floyd Money Mayweather, man. We're here for his birthday, but most of all, we're talking about him creating a lane in generational wealth for others. Let's talk about this partnership and what it really means. Quarter billion dollars going into this investment with CGI. So tell me what that partnership really means and how you're creating generational wealth for not only yourself but other athletes.
Well, it's all about working smarter, not harder. I got a great team behind me. Nothing happens overnight, so I just took my time, met the right people, and made it happen.
And it's just so amazing the impact that you've had on Las Vegas.
Talk to him, Floyd.
So now with Miami's rich history, what do you plan to do here?
Well, it's not just Miami. My mother, as well as my older sister, both are from Florida. Okay. So I've been coming here my whole life. I've been living in Miami for almost 20 years now.
Okay, talk to him.
Great place, great atmosphere, great weather.
Plenty of money.
Of course, great people. But just being here 20 years and being able to set up shop over here is a great thing. It's all about giving back.
Definitely.
He says it's all about giving back. Giving back to what? Hold on. I said, listen, now when you hear this interview, you're not going to hear what they're giving back to. They don't talk about what they're giving back to, who they're giving back to. He says it's all about giving back. Like, that shit was funny. What you giving back to what? Like, hold on. He's creating generational wealth for others. So that he creating generational wealth for Ronald Romero? What about the other dudes that's with Mayweather Promotions? What about I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out. Well, we believe in working smarter, not harder. Smarter. we ain't fighting any killers. Floyd invested in his version of the hair club for me. Okay, all right. Hey, Dr. Smith there say Floyd is taking over for Don Key. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out like what is the generational gift? He says it's all about giving back. Listen hear. It's all about giving back. We did it first. And we motivate even the greats. Let's go.
That you're carving out the space for other athletes and entrepreneurs, and congratulations for another great investment.
Thank you. And and Raul is right here.
Raul.
Hi, nice to meet you.
There go Raul.
Thank you so much.
Talk to him.
Business partner of mine, a great person, well-rounded, worldwide banking, come from a great family.
Okay.
I couldn't choose a better partner.
Congratulations. So tell me why you wanted to partner with Floyd Mayweather on this.
Well, this guy is amazing. He's a cute business person, incredible. We just
Look
know
at Floyd.
that can bring some value. We have an institutional platform. He has a business mind.
Okay.
And we're going to do some very special things together.
We're going to do some special things together.
Talk about the generational wealth that you guys are carving out for other athletes.
We believe that athletes need to be informed in making corporate investment decisions that they can have from generation to generation, pass on to their kids. That's what Mr. Mayweather reflects. That's what he believes. And we're excited to partner with him in that.
Congratulations.
Okay, I still ain't, okay, what, it's all about giving back. Giving back, where, like, I'm trying to figure out where to giving back at. Like, we partner with Floyd. Partner with Floyd doing what? Like, she asked him specifically, talk about how you giving back. He said a whole bunch of jibber jabber. Like, we believe in helping, educating professional athletes, educating them on how you giving back though. Like, come on, man. But he said he talking about the turkey drive. What's in your coach? I'm just saying, man. Like, I ain't hating no Floyd. I got love for Floyd, but I'm just saying, like, as you can see right here, this Floyd is partner. He say Floyd. This how they sold it to. Floyd Mayweather Jr. announces $250 million investment partners. What are they investing in? You feel me? Okay, $250 million investment. Like, what are they invested in? Floyd Mayweather Jr. announces $250 million investment partnership in Miami with CGI Investments. This is so vague and ambiguous. Let's read this shit right here. Billionaire Raul Thomas of CGI Investments announced new partnership with CGI Investments with Floyd Mayweather Jr. during Floyd's lavish South Beach party, right? Floyd and Raul are carving out a space for athletes to achieve generational wealth outside of the sport. Okay. Now, what exactly are you guys doing when you say we are carving out? Raul and Floyd are carving out a space for athletes to achieve generational wealth. Okay, so I'm not an athlete, so they ain't carving out a space for me. Somebody like me and you, we ain't no athletes, so they not carving out no space for me and you. But that's okay, that's fine. So he say they're carving out a space for athletes to achieve generational wealth outside of the sport. How are you doing that though? How are you how are you doing it? Well, don't worry about how we doing it. Just know that we doing it. Like I said before, come on over here, take this interview. I just partnered up with a billionaire. The money team. And I believe in giving back. Y'all know goddamn well Floyd Mayweather don't do no goddamn giving back. Floyd only give a damn about himself. Come on, man. He's narcissist now. He is narcissistic. But anyways, I ain't mad at him, dog. I ain't mad at him. Hey, what you say, Dr. Paul say, politician replies. Yeah, ain't nobody, they never answer the question. Just some vague shit. Like, okay, yeah, we believe in creating we believe, can I get more details on this? Floyd and Raul are carving out a space for athletes to achieve generational wealth outside of sports. Now, hold on, let me show you guys. Because this is kind of small. I want you guys to see it. This is kind of small. I want you guys. Now, can someone explain to me what this is? Based on, now I'm a copywriter. Based on this Floyd and Raul are carving out a space for athletes to achieve generational wealth outside of sports. What does this mean? Can anybody tell me based on that, what does that mean? Anybody? Can anybody? Do anybody? Can anybody? I ain't the smartest guy in the world, but my GED education tells me that this is very vague and it doesn't get to the point. Like, okay, what does it mean? Specifics, please. Yeah, exactly. Mr. Boxing Move. Yeah, give me some specifics. You know what I mean? He say Floyd is interested in business, but not a business mind. Did he get his MBA at a business school at any point? Like I said before, I believe in working smarter, not harder. I believe in partnering with people, $250 million investment. Now, you're going to get some YouTube channel. I ain't gonna say no names. You're gonna get some YouTube channel. Floyd Mayweather has 250 million, $250 million investment. You probably go to Boxing Eagle right now. He probably got a video up right now. Floyd, he's still making major moves. He's still bigger than Canelo. They're gonna listen. This is gonna be a boxing channel right now. Probably Boxing Eagle, any of your local, not all, but some of your local LDBC channels, some of them, not all of them. They're going to shoot a video right now. Floyd Mayweather, 200, hooking up with billionaire Raul Thomas. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather is still making, big boy moves in Miami. Listen, $250 million, $250 million investment moves. And then they're gonna bring in Canelo. Now Canelo ain't got nothing to do with this here. $250 billion. You notice how Raul, because he understands the money team, and anybody who's affiliated with Floyd, they rich and living in mansions and stuff like that. He made smart investments. Like I'm telling you, bro, you're gonna get a channel right now and see Canelo. He's still chasing Floyd, and Floyd had not even boxing anymore, and he's making way more money than Floyd. As a matter of fact, Floyd just got paid $250 billion. That's how they're gonna twist it. Who gets paid $250 billion without throwing one punch in the ring? They're gonna take this and run with it and make it something else. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. Y'all know I ain't lying. Right now, I'm telling you, right now, that's what it's gonna be. Key, what you say? Key, go. Floyd the GOAT. Okay, I ain't mad at you, dog. Hey, you need to go. I ain't mad at you. If you feel that way, ain't nothing wrong with that shit. I'm not the one to rain on your parade, my brother. Shout out to Hope. Hey, okay. For dropping that $2. Bam, cash app on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Hawk say for Floyd Mayweather actually said nothing. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know what it is, but that's okay. Mama mentality, what you say, fam? You said, what happened to Floyd's fighting UAE? I have no idea, bro. Fred Barbershop Conversation said something about that. He said Al Heyman didn't approve that fight. That's what Fred said. I ain't got no proof of that. You know what I mean? But that's what he said. You know what I mean? He said Al Heyman didn't approve it. Raw dog, what you say? He said that's Logan Paul's money. Damian Bennett, he said, Coach, to be honest, Floyd can still do 1 million pay-per-view buys. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you, Damian. I don't know, bro, because that last pay-per-view he did with Logan Paul, from what sources say, it didn't do 1 million. So, but I get what you're saying. I don't know. Floyd won't do 1 million pay-per-view buys fighting Aesop Cruz. He's going to have to do it with someone who has a following. If he do that, he's going to have to do it with someone that has a following. But I don't know about the million, to be honest with you. But he said look at what the 3 biggest promoters have in common. Arum is Harvard Law, so is Heyman, and so is Lou DiBella. And there's a bit of disparity there. Okay. Okay, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, though. They're going to call, he say, in the meantime, Canelo is giving millions to cancer patients and building houses for his community. Jeff Luciano, what you say, fam? He said, I heard Eddie Hearn say Fury hits like a hit that Whitewood dog. how Eddie Hearn know? Did he get punched by Fury? Did he get punched by Fury? He said, I never forget the $150 million check from Floyd Mayweather to Floyd Mayweather that he said he hadn't cashed after the Pacquiao fight. Well, don't nobody just sit there and hold no goddamn check. You cash that check as soon as goddamn possible. You nobody sit there and hold no goddamn check. Who hold a damn check? I got $100 million check I haven't cashed yet. Boy, hush. Yeah, that shit sound fly. But when you get a check, you cash it ASAP to get your money. Because guess what? If you wait a year, a whole year went by, 2 years went by, I still haven't cashed this check. Well, guess what? That $100 million, that money may not be there anymore. So I'm just saying, who does that? He say Floyd has only sold pay-per-view because his opponents brought a fan base too, in my opinion. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, you gotta do that. He say Floyd sold $400K versus Berto. That's what I heard though. But let me show you something. See, I got to show y'all the playbook these YouTube revolutionaries come from. Now, what I mean by the YouTube revolutionaries, I'm talking about the guys who they hate white people, they hate Hispanics. You have some Hispanic channels out there who hate blacks, yada yada yada. You have some Hispanic channels who hate other Hispanics as well. That's what LDBC, right? The playbook that they operate out of is, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Neely Fuller. Neely Fuller was born in 1929. And Neely Fuller, his experiences, he the one came up with the concept of white supremacy being a system. And I'm going to show you the playbooks that these guys read from. Now, this is Dr. John Henrik Clarke. I've had this book for a while. Read it 3 times. They get the playbook from Dr. John Henrik Clarke. He's a really good historian. A lot of stuff he said. Some of these scholars are pseudo scholars though. Some of them are pseudo scholars, but they are good master teachers. What they do, right? Let's see. Let's go over here. We got Up From Slavery, Booker T. Washington. I read this book. I got a library right there. Read that book, Up From Slavery. Booker T. Washington talks about the race hustlers. He talks about the race hustlers. He was talking about this way back in the 20s and 30s though. It's cultural genocide, life of Muhammad. Some of these guys will come from the Nuwaubian community. We got my main man, Dr. Malachi York. I got a couple of his books. I'm not really interested in this shit though, to be honest with you. Some of these guys have read books, Black Labor, White Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson. Some of them study Dr. Claude Anderson, read some of his stuff. Some of them came from the NOI like me, and I studied everything. Message to the Black Man by Elijah Muhammad. Some of them read him, believing the white man is the devil and stuff like that. Some of them read Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. They live by this. People like Tariq Nasheed and stuff. This is where they go by Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. Zaza Ali, stuff like that. I was in the conscious community heavy when I left. I was in the nation then in the conscious community. So Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, she talks about the colors and how skin color, racism, and stuff like that. Yada yada yada. But who was her teacher? Her teacher was Neely Fuller. This who her mentor was, Neely Fuller. So a lot of these guys, he got this book here, the United Independent Compensatory Code. He's talked about the complete compensatory counter racist code. So when they say you got to be on code, this is what they're talking about. I read this book twice, and this is actually the revised edition. And I had the original, and I read the revised edition too. So Neely Fuller is the playbook which they playing out of. Neely Fuller, when they talk about and Elijah Muhammad as well. Neely Fuller, Elijah Muhammad, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. They got a whole lot of shit going on over there. So this is why don't now, because I don't subscribe to this narrative. That's why they call me a coon, Uncle Tom, sellout, and stuff like that. Because I don't subscribe to this narrative. I read this shit. I read all this shit. Believed it, lived it. You know what I mean? And it's some bullshit. From my experiences, I'm telling you, it's some bullshit. Only thing gonna happen, you're gonna be angry, broke, ain't got no goddamn money. You know, Prophet Muhammad. I learned a lot about Prophet Muhammad. You know, when I studied with the Sunni Muslims. I studied with the Sunni Muslims. That's when I really became a Muslim at that time. I'm not in a religion anymore. Cultural Genocide by Dr. Ben. Dr. Ben, Cultural Genocide. This is a good book. Good book. Kind of pseudo, but good book. So a lot of these guys, I understand these fake pro-blacks very well because I was once them. And I got a whole lot of more. This is a good book I advise anyone to check out. Emotional Intelligence. Emotional Intelligence is a good book. If you want to be, for a better life, success at work, and happier relationships, improve your social skills and emotional agility, and discover why it can matter more than IQ. This is a good book. Now, if you are a victim, professional victim, you are taught that, these guys lack emotional intelligence. These guys are emotionally bankrupt and they have low IQs. Because you got to have a low IQ in order to fall for some of the shit that they fall for in 2022. Dr. Claude Anderson he got some very interesting work. Check out Booker T. Washington, guys. But this is the playbook that they're playing from. They're either playing from this, Elijah Muhammad, Nuwabian, or Dr. Malachi York got a whole lot of goddamn books. The ISIS Papers by Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. If you want to learn about spaceships, Theology of Time, Theology of Time, that was written by Abbas Rasool. He was the National Secretary of the Nation of Islam. This is where Elijah Muhammad talks about spaceships and the black man is God, and they're gonna come down on a spaceship one day and they're gonna kill white people in America. They're gonna destroy America and free his people. Elijah Muhammad is dead. This is the shit that they come with. All this pseudo shit. And they listen to Tariq Nasheed, Umar Johnson, and they definitely go by this guy here, Dr. Neely Fuller. All of them, Jason Black, all of them. And this is why it's so easy for me to body these niggas, because I lived that shit. I studied that shit. I know where they're coming from. I know where they're coming from. And they shots miss, block them, yada, yada, yada. I know what they're going to say before they even say it. That's where they get this shit from. All this pseudo bullshit. Right? So I knew dudes who live by this shit. NFL football players that was in the Nation of Islam. You know what happened? Niggas end up broke, mad, bitter, ain't got no money, still talking about the white man. Bad credit, everything. I was one of those guys, like I told you before. If you did not subscribe to my rhetoric, if you did not subscribe to my... Oh, yeah, and I used to follow Dr. Umar Johnson, too, like back in 2011. Him and Tariq Nasheed. I got all the hidden colors. All, with a lot of the pseudo scientists, with a lot of the pseudo scholars that he had in the hidden colors. Yeah. I did all that shit. I was in that shit from 91 all the way till 2016. Know the playbooks very well. When I say I know you niggas like the back of my hand. Oh, you come from the school of thought of Neely Fuller. Yeah, I know. I can hear it in your language. So that's what's going on. They come from the Sinetta TV, the conscious community, like I said before. Amin Ra Squad, Sarah Suit and Seti from Detroit. Sarah, hey, Smith and West, you know Seti? Sarah Suit and Seti. Sarah. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So it's a hustle. This shit is a hustle. That's all it is, a hustle. None of these guys really believe any of this shit. Well, you know what? I can't say they really don't believe it. They believe it, but at the same time, they profiting from it as well. It's a hustle. He says, don't fight mad, stay loose. Yeah. You're gonna be angry, bitter, upset, non-successful. Angry, bitter, upset, non-successful. Hell, I got all of them. You name them, I got them. I got autobiography of Michael Mann. I got all of these scholars, all of these, a lot of this shit that these niggas like grew up on, that they trying to push right now today online. Know all of them. So when you hear it, You know, just understand this is the school of thought where they come from. This is why these guys have so much hatred in their heart and building stuff like that. They really believe we fighting a war. We at war. But niggas, you know, if you at war, shit, we got what? We gonna lose our war real fast. All they gotta do is make sure no food come to Walmart. We're done. The war will be ended. The war will be ended without firing one shot. Nigga, they stop selling. Nigga, they turn off your iPhone when you done. Okay, let's cut it out. Turn off your iPhone when you're done. He said, Ikiji, the message of the NOI was the complete opposite of the LDBC. NOI was about black self-sufficiency and not relying on the white man for everything to build your own success in communities. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what Elijah Muhammad taught. Self-sufficiency. Elijah Muhammad taught that, hey, man, look at the white man for he is successful. He makes no excuses for his failures. Yeah, that's true. That's true. The LDBC, they don't subscribe to Elijah Muhammad. They might take certain parts about that fit their narrative. Well, the white people, they the devils. They'll take that part, but they mostly take the parts of and this is the thing. This is something I want to share with you guys. They take the part of no accountability. Now, Neely Fuller was a victim. He was a professional victim. This is my opinion of Neely Fuller. Neely Fuller was born in 1929. 1929, times were different in America. Very racist. They had the Jim Crow laws going on back then. They literally had laws that said, hey, if you were black, you could not come here or do this and do that. Those laws are not here anymore. But these guys who identified in Neely Fuller is something that I read this book twice. I read the original and this is the revised I read, right? It's something that these guys overlook. When I looked at about the author, I noticed that Neely Fuller, this is what he said. He says, I, Neely Fuller, the writer, the author of this book, have been, like millions of others, a longtime victim of and a servant to racism, white supremacy. In all areas of activity, my experiences, observations, and studies have led me to believe the following. And he give a reason of the following. Now, this following is what these guys try to go by. People like to read that sheet and stuff like that. But you got to remember, Neely Fuller was born in 1929. He went through different experiences than people who are going that are going through stuff today in life. So what happens is these guys try to relitigate what he went through. They try to relitigate what Dr. Francis Cress Welsing went through, right? You ain't go through none of that shit. They viewed the world that way because that's what they experienced. You trying to apply outdated information in a modern world. The information is outdated and it doesn't apply till today. That's what's going on. So I'm the coon of the Tom sellout for calling it out. I get it. Shit. I get it. I understand. I read a lot of books, dog. I read a lot of books. Sarah Sutton said it. Yeah. Sarah still doing this thing, Lisa. He said, Coach, I heard Ali and Malcolm didn't get along. Nah, Ali and Malcolm got along very well. They didn't get along once Malcolm left the Nation of Islam, where he got put out. He left the Nation of Islam and everybody had to turn on Malcolm. And some of the members in the nation ended up killing Malcolm. Shot him dead right in front of his wife and kids. He said, I was at the Million Man's March. I was there too. One Brothers donated at least $1. What the fuck happened? We got hustled. Yeah, they love getting hustled. He says, why do the LDBC hate Canelo then? Last time I checked, my boy Ginger, not white. Let's see. Dr. Paul, what you say, family? Say smooth. He said Smith and West. It's a money thing. So, I mean, I get it. I understand. I get it. I used to be like that. I used to be just like that. I get it. So that's what you have going on in boxing right now. That's what you have, like certain channels, they pushing those narratives. Now, I don't know what the Hispanic channel studied, who they studied. I don't know any of that. But this brother right here was very interesting. He said that he's been a victim of racism, white supremacy. So what's going on? So today, these guys are saying the same thing. When Wilder lost, it was racism, white supremacy. He's a victim to the racist system. No. He's not a victim to the racist system. He just got his ass knocked out by Tyson Fury. No, this thing is bigger than boxing. Race plays a big part in everything. And anybody who don't believe that is just foolish. Sir, the man got knocked out by Tyson Fury in the second fight He got stopped in the second fight. He got the brakes beat off of him from the first round to the 7th round. And in the 3rd fight, he got knocked out. This is racism, what happened. Sir, it wasn't racism. A black guy and a white guy got in the ring. The black guy lost. There was no loaded gloves, no judge, none of that, sir. So, but see, right now they can't, the narrative. You see, these books got them so messed up in their head that they gotta hold on to that. He says, I still roll up the Saviors Day though. They be on some next level shit. Yeah, but the Saviors Day, them boys out of Detroit and Chicago set the standard for how to dress. Them boys set the standard for how to dress on Saviors Day. The suits, the 100% wool suits, the gaiters, mink coats, them boys out of Detroit and Chicago. Period. Detroit and Chicago. Period. He said, it made millions. Yeah. So that's what it is. That's what it is. It's all about not accepting responsibility, not believing that you can, these guys are using outdated information in a modern era. If you was telling me this shit back when Neely Fuller was coming up, or in the 40s and 50s and 60s, hell, I even give you the 70s. Okay, cool, right? When they had those type of laws. But now this is a whole new ball game. You're using outdated information. You mad, you bitter, you love being, and that's what's going on. This shit ain't got nothing to do with boxing. What does it have to do with boxing? Nothing. That's why I'll body anybody on this. On this shit, I'll body you. Because I read your books, I studied them. I used to teach out of some of these books. Not all of them, some of them. You know what I mean? So I know who your scholars are or who you looked up. I know which information you're regurgitating. So that's all you do, regurgitating information. That's all they do. I know what it is. Shout out to P. Johnson. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Shout out to Vic G. He said, what up, coach? From Denton, Texas. Shout out to you, fam. P. Johnson, what you say, fam? He said, man, I knew it was something about you deeper. I read some of those books in college. I appreciate your enlightening minds through boxing. Yeah, I mean, it's like, bro, I don't even like talking about this shit because I thought it was all about boxing. You know what I mean? But I see that we have certain people who put certain agendas and they have a victimhood mentality. This man, Neely Fuller, was born in 1929. He talked about he was a victim of racism and white supremacy. He said he believed it. And the reason why he believed it, he was born in 1929. So his experiences from 29, 39, 49, 59, 69 is totally different. How he viewed the world is different based on how he grew up in an era where they literally had laws to keep a certain race of people from doing certain things. Right? So that's the era he grew up in. I ain't grow up through none of that shit. You trying to tell me because a nigga got his ass beat by Tyson Fury that, yeah, man, the same rule applies. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Cut it out. I know what you're coming from. Oh, you talking about right now you're talking about Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. So you don't understand the colors and the racism and stuff like that. That's Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, sir. Yeah, you don't understand this and that. Yeah, that's Neely Fuller, sir. Who she learned or who she studied up under. Wait a minute. Well, you're coming out of Dr. Ben book right now. Okay, right now, no. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? Oh, right now you're coming out of John Henry Clark's book. Oh, that's the message to the black man. You're coming out of that, right? Because you listen to the message to the black man. Now, what I did like about the nationalistic organization that I was a part of, Nation of Islam, Elijah Muhammad did teach self-sufficiency. Stop blaming the white man for everything. But people forget that part of it. People forget that part. That Elijah Muhammad said that. Stop blaming the white man for everything. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps. You can accomplish what you will if you come together and pool your resources together. Niggas forget that part because that don't fit the narrative. That don't fit the race bait narrative. That doesn't fit the victimhood mentality narrative. You see what I'm saying? So I get it. The ISIS papers. Yeah, the ISIS papers. I got the ISIS papers right here. I got the ISIS papers right here. Got that right here, the ISIS papers. Read it a few times. When I was read it a few times. Got stuff lined out in here, bookmarked. Read it a few times. Read it a few times. She talk about cosmic energy and stuff like that. All this shit pseudo as hell to me. Now that I've read all this shit, studied it, experienced things in life, I said, this is some bullshit. To me. I'm saying to me, it's some bullshit. Because how can I apply that information to my everyday life right now? How can I apply that information from John Henry Clark, from Nellie Fuller? How can I apply that information to my everyday life right now? How's that going to help me get a 750 credit score? How is that going to help me get a loan from the bank? How is that going? And I got a loan from the bank before, about 6 years ago, about $50,000 line of credit, over 100. You haven't got about $93,000 in credit cards. Then people, I had, I'm just saying the credit game was, the credit game is something you really need to learn. I've been to commercial finance school. There's a lot of shit I know. I experienced a lot of things. So you're gonna have to show me how is that information applicable today. When you tell me that you're a Pan-Africanist and you got the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey School Academy for boys and this and that, when you're telling me this, well, how is that going to help me, secure wealth for myself today? You're giving me useless information. Useless information. He said, without Elijah Muhammad, there would be no Malcolm X. Yeah and no. I know where you're coming from with that. But there's a lot of shit Malcolm X taught that Elijah didn't teach at all. Elijah just taught that the white man was the devil, self-sufficiency and stuff like that. Yada, 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 yada. But Malcolm pretty much built the nation. He had the oratorical skills to do so. From 1952 to 1963, look at the membership of the Nation of Islam prior to Malcolm, and look at the membership of the Nation of Islam once Malcolm joined. Let's see. But you get what I'm saying, though. You get what I'm saying. John, I'm just saying for me, the shit ain't, all that shit some bullshit to me. To me, you know what I mean? I never go back to that shit. Never in life. Never. I still keep the books, though. I still keep the books. I got a whole lot of shit. I still keep the books. You know why I keep the books? Just in case. I keep the books because just in case because I was going I paid my money for them, but I still keep the books. I got a lot of shit. Different Qurans, the Hadiths. I got shit on Sufism. I got a lot of books on marketing, a lot of books on copywriting. I got a lot of books on advertising. You know what I mean? Took a lot of advertising, marketing classes, stuff like that. Credit repair. I did it all, though, like literally. Literally. So, but anyways, as it relates to the sport of boxing, none of this shit has nothing to do with the sport of boxing. I just want to tell you guys, these are the schools that these guys come from. This is what they're trying to push. Their fake militant revolution. Nigga, you's a coon. This, that. I try to ostracize you, stuff like that. Read this book right here, Booker T. Washington, Up From Slavery. Booker T. Washington talks about in here. He talks about how he talks about, is it page 36? Booker T. Washington talked about this back then. He talks about how you have to be aware of people who pretty much race hustling, people who want to like to keep the problems of the Negro. You got to look at in the forefront. And because they do that in order to continue to hustle and get money out of you. This was way back when he was talking about this. They had race hustlers way back then. Way back when. Booker T. Washington. They had race hustlers way back then. And Booker T came straight out of slavery. You see what I'm saying? Came straight out of slavery. There's a whole lot I can talk about the Reconstruction era. What was the black wealth at that time? You know what I mean? And where we at right now today. There's a whole lot of shit I can talk about, but I'm not going to get into that. Has nothing to do with boxing. I'm going to have to start another channel. And I'm going to have to start another channel because it's leading me, the stuff I be wanting to talk about that I can't talk about on here is leading me down that path. So I'm gonna start another channel. He said, what is that book called? Oh, this is Up From Slavery. Up From Slavery, Booker T. Washington. Remember, Booker T was a slave. He came up out of slavery and became a millionaire. Booker T. In time, as a matter of fact, Obama got a lot of hate. Barack Obama. A lot of people say they love Barack Obama, right? A lot of these same guys say they love Barack Obama. They fell out with Barack Obama when he gave a certain speech at a, you know what I mean? They fell out with Barack Obama. They loved him. They loved him as long as they thought he was a he was a symbol of what they wanted him to be. Barack Obama gave a speech. Have you guys heard the speech that Barack Obama gave at I got it right here. Barack Obama gave at let's see. Where did he get his speech at? At Morehouse College in Atlanta. This speech was given in 2013. Whole lot of pro-blacks ain't gonna like that one. They probably don't like that one. He said, I used to be in the conscious community too, coach. Polite and said it, they're begging for 3 hours, then getting in a fist fight afterwards. It was nonsense. I don't remember them getting in a fist fight, but I don't ever remember Polite and said it getting in a fist fight. You know, Sarah soon said it from Detroit, so he say right. You're tackling other stuff other than boxing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. You know what I mean? But a lot of this shit is relative, to be honest with you. Because especially coming from different channels, when they try to put see what happens is when they try to put certain narratives, I gotta go into the narratives that they're pushing is coming from these different schools of thought, these different scholars. It's coming from their schools of thought. So I gotta go into the school of thought in order to beat their ass with their own rhetoric. And they're not even good at it. That's why I told you guys I can make a lot of money being a race hustler. If I want to be a race hustler, I'll make a whole lot of goddamn money if I want to be a race hustler. Very easy. Very easy. If I wanted to do that, right? But what does it have to do with boxing? Nothing. Nothing. It has nothing to do with boxing. I'm not gonna say a lot of you guys. Has nothing to do with boxing. But I'm gonna start a channel though. I'm gonna start. I have to. And that channel is gonna grow real fast. That channel is gonna take off. I'll probably have like 20,000 subs and like 20,000 subs in like maybe 6 months, something like that. Like 6 months. He said, okay. Let's go back to why Canelo sucks and how he ducks and why he is in Florida. Yada yada yada. Yeah. Hey, Smith and West, you know Seti? He said it's an interesting conversation to have, but I never subscribe to those channels because of the lack of accountability for these fighters, let alone as me. Yeah, you know, it's like anything dealing with self-accountability, you're dealing with, hey man, you gotta, you know, especially if you subscribe to the concept that you're a king. If you're a king, then you have to know that how can you be a king without a kingdom? If you subscribe to that, if you subscribe to the concept that I'm a god, you know, I'm a god, this and that. Well, gods don't make excuses and gods are producers. Gods don't make excuses. Gods are producers. Kings don't make excuses. Kings produce, make shit happen. So if you're making excuses for why you can't make things happen and you're constantly blaming another person for why you can't come up, that's the total opposite of what you're saying, that you're a king and a god. He said, Coach, what was that Obama interview about? Oh, the Obama interview. No, it wasn't even an interview. It was a speech that he gave. And he said that he told, basically he was just saying that the speech was 32 minutes long. But this so I'd advise you to check it out. It was at Morehouse College back in 2013. Just type in President Obama delivers Morehouse College commission. Type President Obama Morehouse College and it'll come up. Them niggas was 38 hot at him. They didn't like this speech at all. Because he didn't sound like your local Alphabet Boy channel. I just said. Let's see. He said, what you say, Kelly? She said, I miss the debate of Wilder is better than AJ and Fury. Yeah, and see, the debating, that's where the debate comes from. It comes from that too. You know what I mean? He said, damn, coach, like that, kings without a kingdom, deep shit. Yeah, I'm not like, bro, it's simple. Like, you can't say that you're a king and you ain't got no goddamn kingdom. Shit, you can't even control your neighborhood. You know, you supposed to, and you can't say you're a god, you're the original man, the owner, the maker, the cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe, but yet you can't even stop violence from happening in your community. You can't even rule your household. Hell, you can't even take care of your kids. 70-something% of of families, I ain't gonna even get into it. Families of a certain ethnicity is led by women. So don't talk to me about all this shit about boxing is bigger. Boxing is bigger than boxing. It's about all this other shit. No. Is boxing corrupt? Yes, it is. Is boxing cricket? Yes, it is. It is it's corrupt and it's cricket. But all this other shit, this ain't the 20s and 30s no more, baby boy. This 2022. Stop trying to relitigate the past to make it relative to today when there's really no comparisons. He said, all respect anyways. What's Stevenson silly? How can he go regarding weight classes? I have no idea. We'll find out we'll find out. I have no idea. He said, leave it to the LDBC. They would take your last dollar and a bunch of nobodies, just gossiping channels. Hey, I ain't knocking nobody hustle, man. I ain't knocking it. I'm just saying, don't run that shit with me though. I know your game. He said exactly, coach. They leader 7A Sandwich always got a cop car right outside of his door. Okay. Con Shonery says I didn't even know what race baiting was until recently. I just don't know what the alphabet boys really is, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, all of them are not the same. He said, control your community first. Oh, you saying the video? Oh, you want to see the video? Oh, I can show you the video. I didn't know y'all wanted to see it. He says, Stevenson, based on his dimensions, I think will top out at welterweight. Yeah, probably welterweight. He said, Coach, do you have Dr. Thomas Sowell? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Dr. Thomas Sowell. Absolutely. I got all his shit over there. Him and Larry Elder. The conscious community say that those guys are coons, and Uncle Tom's Tariq Nasheed say that too. Oh, Larry Elder's a coon. And Thomas Sowell was a coon. He's an apologist for white supremacy. That's what they say. Yeah. So, man, I got Thomas Sowell, Basic Economics. I got about 3 or 4 of his books. I got books on socialism, Marxism. I got a whole lot of shit. He said, hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App. Yeah, man.
Hit the Cash App, $ FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, International Africans.
I mean, I get it. I respect it. A lot of money in that shit too, though. But I just don't like mixing it with boxing. I don't like mixing it with boxing. It ain't got shit to do with boxing. It ain't got shit to do with boxing. To be honest with you, it shit ain't got nothing to do with boxing. He said, your podcast on iTunes? Yeah, my podcast on iTunes. On iTunes, yep. Yes, it is. You know what I mean? So I got a whole lot of shit I want to do. He said, Ahmed gonna have his own channel soon. Hit the PayPal. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, bro, I get it. Listen, I get it, dog. I get it. But as a matter of fact, let me show you the video right here, though. This is the video right here. Barack Obama. Oh, they gonna hate this. Now, look at this guy right here. This guy's looking at Barack Obama. He is madder than a bitch. 38 hot. He 38 hot. I call these the old crusty niggas. He 38 hot. He 38 hot. I don't know about this brother here, but I know these two right here, 38 hot right here. Just the shit he's saying. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to let you hear it. Fuck it. Since we talking about it, I'm going to let you hear it. It's only 2 minutes long. 38 hot. I'm going to let you hear it.
Just as Morehouse has taught you to expect more of yourselves, inspire those who look up to you to expect more of themselves. We know that too many young men in our community continue to make bad choices. And I have to say, growing up, I made quite a few myself. Sometimes I wrote off my own failings as just another example of the world trying to keep a black man down.
Stop right there. Obama, the president that every black man, woman, and child in America loves. The greatest president of all time, according to certain people who you may talk to. I'm not here to get into politics. I'm addressing what he said. Now, I say the same shit that he said. This continue.
I had a tendency sometimes to make excuses for me not doing the right thing. But one of the things that all of you have learned over the last 4 years is there's no longer any room for excuses.
So what Obama was saying was because he's been elected president of the United States, black man being elected president of the United States, that there's no longer you to use excuses for failure. Me becoming the president of this country, United States of America, shows you that anything is possible. Oh, they don't like this.
I understand there's a common fraternity creed here at Morehouse. Excuses are tools of the incompetent, used to build bridges to nowhere and monuments of nothingness. What we've got no time is there's no longer had a tendency sometimes to make excuses for me not doing the right thing. But one of the things that all of you have learned over the last 4 years is there's no longer any room for excuses.
That's what Obama said, man.
I understand there's a common fraternity creed here at Morehouse. Excuses are tools of the incompetent, used to build bridges to nowhere and monuments of nothingness. Well, we've got no time for excuses.
So, boy, they was just with the I thought that sweeps were going to get home and shot. Bro, 38 hot. Obama. Yes, Obama. Was he a coon when he said this? Was he Uncle Tom a sellout when he said this? Was he a coon, Uncle Tom a sellout when he said this? Oh, that's a bitter pill there, boy. That's a bitter one there. That's a bitter pill there. Was he a coon, Uncle Tom sellout when he said this? Let's continue. It's only a 2-minute clip.
Because the bitter legacy of slavery and segregation have vanished entirely, they have not. Not because racism and discrimination no longer exist. We know those are still out there.
Okay.
It's just that in today's hyper-connected, hyper-competitive world with millions of young people from China and India and Brazil, many of whom started with a whole lot less than all of you did, all of them entering the global workforce alongside you, nobody is going to give you anything that you have not earned. Nobody cares.
Here you go, right here. Here you go.
How tough your upbringing was. The global workforce alongside you, nobody is going to give you anything that you have not earned.
What? What you say?
Nobody cares how tough your upbringing was. Nobody cares if you suffered some discrimination. And moreover, you have to remember that whatever you've gone through, it pales in comparison to the hardships previous generations endured, and they overcame them. And if they overcame them, you can overcome them too.
That's what Obama said. The black president. That's what he said. And he gave this speech to a bunch of black people at Morehouse College in Atlanta. All I be saying over here is, listen, man, all this race shit is some bullshit. Shit ain't got nothing to do with boxing. You niggas is trying to relitigate the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s to support your narrative, all because your fighter got beat. All because your fighter got beat, you want to relitigate the past and make it applicable to today. You're using outdated information and outdated tactics in a new school era. Your president told you this. That's what he said. Your black president, right? So, anyways, he said, he said, Coach, you should clip that for your audio play. He said he drank the Kool-Aid that exposed a politician for being a politician, no matter who they are. You know? Well, regardless of what. I mean, regardless of what, politician, whoever, I don't give a fuck. Like I tell you guys time and time again, both sides on the same team. Both sides on the same team, don't matter to me. But this doesn't have anything to do with boxing. Has nothing to do with boxing. You see what I'm saying? So I shared this with you guys for what? When you go about your day and you go into certain boxing circles and you're hearing all of this racism, white supremacy, the system, This use a coon, Uncle Tom, sell out, Sambo, this, that. Understand understand the train of the school of thought where they got it from. I showed it to you. They come from the John Henry Clark School. John Henry Clark was more of a historian, though. He broke down a lot of African studies. But they're really coming from this here, Neely Fuller. And these are the two books that they mainly coming from. See, I got my ring light here. We got Dr. Frances Cress Welsing right here, the ISIS papers. She studied under Neely Fuller, and you have Neely Fuller. This is where it's coming from. I will body any nigga on YouTube from that side of the street. I will body you on any of this shit. I will body you. Other than that, that's it. This is our boy Coach Malachi Williams. Let's go ahead. He said, Coach, do you think there is racism in boxing though? Yes, it is. Whether it's from the fans or in the business. Yes, it's racism in boxing, but yeah, my question is, what does that have to do with Deontay Wilder getting beat by Tyson Fury? Nothing. When certain fights are not getting made, when you have black promotional companies not making fights with black fighters, where does racism play a part in that? See what I'm saying? So it's a overly used word. Not only overly used, it's a misplaced used word. That's what I'm trying to say. Racism is everywhere. That's not going anywhere. Classism. You can go on continent of Africa right now. You know, you got black countries discriminating against other black countries, being racist against. No, you have black countries discriminating against other black citizens depending on which tribe they're from. They practice tribalism, right? You got a lot of isms going on, and just because tribalism doesn't necessarily mean it's, you know, it's just a whole lot of, bro. Bro, listen, bro, like, yeah, I'm gonna hold back. Let me hold back. Let me hold back. He said if Obama did anything, he created a soothing, stable, a steady energy for Americans while he was in office. He said more convos to come, right, Coach? Yeah. I'm starting a new channel right now. I have to. He said they would cheer you when you're doing well and abuse you when you are doing bad. That's how the world works. Yeah. P. Johnson, he says, I didn't understand when they say be on code when it comes to popular black fighters. Yeah, they're talking about Neely Fuller. I know what they're talking about. I try to get them to come out and say, I said, what's the code? What's the code? Because depending on who you're talking to, they got the code from Neely Fuller. A compensatory counter-racist code. And he give a bunch of rules on how this is the code they're talking about. See, I know what they're talking about, but no one ever come out and say it. Because these guys are regurgitating shit that they heard from other people. They don't know where the code that they are supposed to be on, they don't know exactly where they got it from. I know the code. I know what they're talking about. He said, agree, steady energy to feel comfortable, but no progress. And useless information. Ain't nobody making no money. Ain't nobody building nothing. There's no nation building, no community building, none of that. We just gonna get on this YouTube, complain, bitch, moan, cry, and threaten people, call them cool, Uncle Tom, sell out if they don't agree with the narrative. Sir, what does this have to do with a 12-round fight that just happened? What does this have to do with the fight that just happened yesterday with Leigh Wood and Michael Conlan? Did you like that fight? Yeah, we're gonna find a way to tie it into our narrative. He say both sides on the same team, like Viacom, Showtime, Pluto, and the Zone. Exactly. Both sides on the same team. Democrat, Republicans are one and the same. Only a fool would think differently. And that's what it is. But these promoters are on the same team as well. Al Heyman is no different from Bob Arum. Bob Arum is no different from Frank Warren. Frank Warren is no different from Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn is no different from Lou DiBella. These guys are millionaires on the same level. They're on the same team. They have fighters. They put fights together. They do business together. Sometimes they don't do business together. They may do an interview, talk shit about each other. The people who watch the interviews think that, yeah, man, I'm team PBC because They put words in Al Heyman's mouth that he never said because he doesn't do interviews. F Top Rank, F Queensberry, F this, F that. All of these guys on the same team. It's the business of boxing. These guys work in the business of boxing. They have partnership deals with networks. And when they want to do business together, they would do business together. If they want to block a fight, they block fights. All of them are doing the same thing. Has nothing to do with racism, has to do with green. When you make that kind of money, the only color that these guys see is green. When you are a victim, your understanding, your level of understanding is here. When you are a victim and you are poor, broke, ain't got no money, shit ain't going right in your life, the only color you see is other races. When you make that kind of money that Bob Arum made, and even though I feel that Bob Arum is a racist piece of shit myself, that's how I feel about it, but I've been feeling like that since the 80s. But at the end of the day, it's business. This is not the Jack Johnson, Sugar Ray Robinson days. This is the Canelo Alvarez days. This is the Anthony Joshua days. This is the Deontay Wilder, the Tyson Fury days. These are different times and eras that we're living in. No one is getting forced to go to the draft, the fighting wars. No one is getting stripped because they don't want to go to Vietnam. No one is living under segregation or Jim Crow. No one is going through any of that. So that shit you're spitting doesn't apply today. It's all bullshit. If a motherfucker get in the ring and lose to a guy that's not of his ethnicity or race, he just lost the goddamn fight. Unless he took a dive. That happens in the sport of boxing as well. Motherfucker will take a dive. But if a motherfucker don't take a dive, he get in the ring and he get the shit beat out of him, get knocked out or stop, or vice versa, guess what? He just lost to the better guy. Simple. It's business as usual. That's all it is. He said, well, that's what critical thinking is about. Listening, disseminating, and looking for reasonable answers to a mess of nonsense and contradictions. Bunch of nonsense, contradictions, double standards, hypocrisies. I learned how to become a critical thinker because I came up in this shit. Listen, I'm one of the lucky ones. I'm one of the lucky ones. I could still be stuck right there where I was at. It took me 25 years, though. It took me 25 years. So it took me 25 years to snap out of it. Yep. Well, Smith & Wesson, he said the LDBC and their fan base will make Wilder a joke if he retires now. Yeah, if he retired now, man, the only thing people are going to remember is when he got his ass knocked out by Tyson Fury. That's what they're going to remember. They're going to remember dude going down face first and his wife sitting there crying. And the Wakanda-ites was like, when Tyson Fury beat Wilder, he killed Wakanda. He killed that Wakanda narrative. When Tyson Fury, to be honest with you guys, when Tyson Fury knocked out Wilder, beat him twice in 2000, beat him once in 2020, and then knocked him out in 2021, that killed the Wakanda pushers. It killed him. That shit ain't never coming back. They trying to make it come back a little bit. No, they can't. It can't never come back. It can't never come back. He killed him. Wilder made his money. He's rich. If he retires, he's a multi-millionaire. And none of them niggas gonna get any of the money. They're gonna still be on YouTube saying what they're gonna say, doing what they're gonna do, calling people coons, Uncle Tom, sellouts, and stuff like that. But as I said before, I will body all them niggas by myself. I don't need no help for them niggas. I will body all of them. And you bring any of your Marxist teachings, anything you want to say is related to racism and boxing, I will body your ass. I know the playbooks you're playing from. I played those playbooks. I know I studied these books. Studied them. I was in that shit real heavy. I bought it. I don't matter who it is. Don't matter who it is. Don't matter who it is, how old they is, how young they is, how militant they is, how big they is, how angry they is. It don't matter. Don't matter. Passion. He said passion for beauty says that's why I thought Wilder's Malik Scott choice was odd. Old boy took a dive for him. Yeah, you pick a fighter who took a dive for you. That's crazy. You took a fighter that took a dive for you. Like literally, you took a fighter that took a dive for you. He said, she wasn't really crying to me, fam. No, she was crying. She had tears in her eyes. I got the picture. I got the picture. She was crying. Matter of fact, I can pull it up because it was one of my thumbnails on one of my videos. She was crying. She had tears in her eyes. Unless she took some Visine drops and said, okay, wait a minute. He got knocked out. Let me put the Visine drops in my eye. Bam, bam. Okay. Unless she did that, she was crying. Unless she did that, she was crying. But I get what you're saying, though. He says, we know Alonzo Amazing. You know, there is no content creator. I don't know. True Media is here now. So me, what I try to do over here, I try to sift out the bullshit. Look, this ain't got nothing to do with that dog. This ain't. If it did have something to do with it, I'll be the first one to say it. But no, this ain't got nothing to do with that dog. No, this some bullshit. Nah, these niggas coming out of the Francis Cresswell Sing Playbook. Nah, them niggas all that. They got that from Sinetta TV. All them niggas will listen to the Hebrew Israelites. Oh shit, them niggas pulled up a Sarah Sede video. Oh, they listening to old Young Pharaoh when Young Pharaoh was into that shit, but he ain't in it no more. Oh, Brother Polite and Young Pharaoh not even in that conscious community shit no more. Brother Polite pimping, catching cases, and Pharaoh dating white women not catching cases. The author of Glovegate, Young Pharaoh, he the one that came with the Glovegate. And them niggas made it. Mr. Right UK, he said these channels are not going to join your channel. But would you go to their channel and debate them? Nah. Why would I? It's useless. It'll have to be on a neutral platform. It won't be on their shit. It have to be on a neutral platform.
Dawson Elementary.
Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. School calling. It'll have to be on a neutral platform. And debates are not yelling and screaming and calling you bitch ass nigga. That's not a debate. So, he said women can fake it. Okay, she probably was faking it then. I don't know. He said Brother Polite catching pedo cases and shit. Yeah. I am Miami. He said, he say Dr. Dakiki, soon as they feel challenged, they gonna block you. For now and always times me out. That's what they gonna do. Like I would never do that. I used to be on a debate team in high school. And when you debate, you gotta let a person say what they gotta say uninterrupted. Let him present his evidence, his slideshow, his whatever he wants to present. Let him present that. Then after he present that, then you gotta come back and do a rebuttal, and he gotta be quiet and not say anything. This shit that you hear online, this ain't debating. This is a bunch of niggas yelling and screaming. There's just a bunch of niggas yelling and screaming. Bitch ass nigga, I got shooters. She got shooters. Use a bitch. That's all that's going on. Block, you know what I mean? Yeah. This ain't no. No debates. There's no debates. There's just a bunch of niggas with YouTube channels yelling and screaming and blocking and threatening you. That's all it is. He said niggas don't be moving honorably. Nah. Lazo made it say I got blocked on Blue Bloods channel for saying I thought Wilder and Scott was fixed. A simple opinion, clean and simple. Yeah. Yeah, because these guys lack, anything that challenges what they want to believe, their narrative, they can't handle it. So that's all it is. You know what I mean? Useless, it's just useless at this point. He said, right, Mr. UK, we have to accept the circumstances as they are. And this is what's going on in boxing. Like I got a lot of shit. Like I got a lot of shit, dog. I've read all of these books, studied quite a few of them. I got a lot of marketing stuff too. Now the only books I read now, guys, is dealing with making money. That's the only thing I read. All this other shit I cannot apply to my everyday life. Me learning about spaceships, don't mean shit to me. Can't help me right now. They can't help me feed my family. This doesn't apply to me. All this other shit, I'm just saying for me, it's just useless information. Now, it's useful information if I'm using it to race hustle. If I ever decide to become a race hustler, then I pull all of these books out and brush up on my skills and stuff like that, brush up on certain things, and then I will, I have all of the weapons that I need in order to become a race hustler. I just need maybe 1 or 2 books, that's all, 1 or 2 books. I don't need all of them. I just need maybe 1 or 2 books and go back in the lab. And when I want to become a race hustler to make money, then yes, these books come in handy for me. These books come in handy for me, right? He said Rick Glazer came respectfully to be a guest on Fred's channel. The whole live chat came and disrespected and said disgusting things to Glazer while he acted like a true gentleman. Well, I mean, they, it is what it is. It is what it is. What you say, fam? He said, what's the addy? I'm going to pull up. I get it. He said, my sources say they got shooters, yeah. I get it, man. He say, ABE, he says, I gotta ask Coach, what's a good book? Bro, a good book is anything that you can use to apply. Well, it just depends on what you're looking for. Like for me, the only books that I'm concerned with reading are books that's dealing with marketing, advertising, marketing, advertising. That's what I'm interested in. Marketing, advertising, real estate, credit, stuff like that. That's the shit I'm interested in. You know what I mean? Understanding tax codes, the tax laws, the tax codes and stuff like that. That's the kind of shit I'm interested in right now. I mean, but I'm 48 though. Right now, I don't did all this shit. You know what I mean? Now, if I ever decide to become a race hustler, these are my tools. I will become very successful at it. There's a group of victims out there waiting on me. I know the talk. I know the lingo. I know what to say. I know how to get the money out of their pockets. Trust me. I seen a video of Kenny Porter slapping the ish out of Fred. I know what to say. I know the keywords. I know what gets them upset, what makes them mad. I know what makes them happy, what makes them glad. You know what I mean? He said, I was thinking the moderators were abusing their privileges. Oh, okay. He said, watch the LWC to become a race hustler. No, I mean, on a low level. To step your game up, you gotta, it's other shit. To step your game up, got some bullets where you can do it real, real good. What you say, fam? He say so business stuff. But your experience with 25 years of being part of the NOI is fascinating too. Yeah. Experiences, but it didn't see the thing is in the NOI, you was only pretty much encouraged to read only NOI doctrine. Me, I was one of those guys. I used to read other people's schools of thought while I was in the NOI, even though I used to discredit them because it did not line up with what I was taught and trained to believe. But I learned a lot of them. I studied Francis Cress Welsing, Dr. Ben. I learned about John Henry Clark through Malcolm, studying Malcolm X, Malik El Shabazz. I learned a lot of historical stuff. Because what I liked about Malcolm, he taught a lot of stuff that Elijah Muhammad didn't teach. Elijah Muhammad just taught same basic shit, white man, the devil, the black man, we need to, unite, come together, stop making excuses. We need to build a nation of our own, stop begging the white man for this and that. So that's where Elijah Muhammad was at. But when it came to politics and stuff like that, Malcolm came in there. When it came to his history, teaching history and stuff like that, Malcolm. You know what I mean? So, people make it seem like Malcolm was just this dumb guy and he met a nigga with a 3rd grade education named Elijah Poole, and Elijah Poole taught him and gave him all the knowledge he had. That's bullshit. Those people who say that, those are pro NOI doctrine people. That's bullshit. They take out, he said, who do you think is the best race hustler on YouTube is? That's a good question. I ain't never thought about that way. I don't know, man. It's probably between 7-8 Trill, Boxing Ego, Blue, Dante's Boxing Nation, and Aki TV. It's out of those guys. It's out of those guys. So it's out of those guys. You know what I mean? Shout out to Troy. Troy Graham in that building. Shout out to Troy. Hey, for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, I'm going to pull up on you for that jacket. Digging it. Okay, yeah, man, for sure, man. For sure. Absolutely. Alonzo Amazing, he said, Coach, do you think it's a hustle? The men that encourage men to not get married and have kids, like Coach Greg Adams, Tom Leakis, and Devon Sharp, Donovan Sharp. I mean, it depends. Like on YouTube, I show you guys. I tell you guys the game. I don't hide nothing from you guys. I showed you guys the game, how we do keyword research, how I know if I drop a video, do a show, I know how many people going to come. I showed you guys what I use. But a lot of these guys, there's a lot of niches. Like, you know, you'll be surprised, man. Like in 2022, you got people who really, they enjoy being, you know, being the victim. They enjoy being oppressed. They enjoy being, you know, and there's many different niches. So if there's a good niche on social media, like men that encourage men not to get married or have kids, that's a good niche. That could be a hustle. That could be a hustle. You know what I mean? That could be a good hustle. You know, it just depends what you're using it for. He said Ali had a lot of death threats in this area. Yep. Ali Muhammad, big ups, Coach Malachi. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Matt Gomez, he said Aki TV takes the cake. I mean, it depends. It's out of those guys. That's the way I see it. He said, is Sinetta still on YouTube? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sinetta, yeah, they had a debate. They had a debate last night. Sinetta TV, Garfield from the Dagger Squad. Yeah, they had a debate. I keep tabs on those guys from time to time. They're still around. Sarah Soon said they're still around. A lot of those guys still around. They're still around. Amon Ra Squad. All of those guys still around. All of those guys still around. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You know, he said Aki TV and Eagle. He said in Eagle and Dante. Yeah. Okay, those your three? Those your three? Oh, man. Those your three, huh? On Nikiji, what you say for him? He said, actually, Ali's bodyguard was Mr. T. But that was more for a show as they were friends. Nah, his bodyguard wasn't on Mr. T. He had NOI security. I'm glad I don't know any Hispanic channels that race also. Yeah, he had NOI security. So you know what I mean? But yeah, man, so that's what it is, guys. It ain't got nothing to do with boxing. If it ain't got nothing to do with boxing, dog, I try to keep it on that. You know, Sundays, this is the day that I kind of touch on what we're touching on now. Because that's what I see that's going on in the sport as it relates to online. That's what I see what's going on. So that's the way I call it. You see a lot of double standards, a lot of hypocrisies. I point the shit out. I get attacked. And the guys who attack me online that are black, I pretty much know what school of thought they come from, where they come from. They ain't gonna do shit. It's just that, you know, they hide behind the avatars and they threaten people. And that's it. They hide behind avatars and threaten people. That's about all they do. You know what I mean? I took this picture here. This is in Chicago. Minister Farrakhan and his son Mustafa back in the 90s. But yeah, man, it is what it is, man. I want to give everybody a shout out, round of applause. Salute to everybody, man, and let's all make it do what they do, man. Shout out to Juan Carrillo. Shout out to you, fam. Salute to Dragonland. Shout out to Will Sargent. Shout out to Big Hawk from Maryland. Knockdown 305. Adrian Big 30. Mike from Boston. Shout out to Frankly Sherry. Shout out to F Society. Bernard Burton. Salute to Cassidy. Shout out to Tony Boswell. Salute to my brother Troy Graham. AV Sounds. Kathy W. Salute to Dean West. Jim 82. Shout out to Two Matador. Salute to the Queen Karma Serene. Shout out to Miguel Chartico. Shout out to Jay Miller. Salute to Here to There. True Gritter 402. True Gritter. Sorry about that, fam. Shout out to Malcolm Roach. Shout out to Hair Hero Elite. Shout out to Jay Rodriguez. Salute to you, fam. Es un placer conocerlo. You know what I mean? Ya tú sabes eso. You know what I mean? Yo creo que estaré para allá mañana por la tarde a las 3. Mécanos ir para allá, okay? Shout out to Ralph React. Salute to Ron Boy Fresh. Shout out to my main man Dantes. Big Ron, Ronald Finkley, Charles N. Shout out to Chick. Shout out to Damian Bennett. Salute to Lonnie Laughlin. Salute to Lil Green Eyes P. Shout out to Charlo Ahmed. What's going on, fam? Salute to Jack Waratama. Salute to Thomas Jones. Shout out to Jason Dockery. Fistiana Fights. Salute to the Queen Misfits. Shout out to Retro Boston and Documentaries. Salute to Schoolo X-Man. Shout out to Mark Nash, my brother from the ATL. Shout out to Rider of the Storm, Carl Hansen. Salute to Philly Fly. Shout out to the Queen Bless 365, A. Sneed, Dr. Paul Evans, Mr. Pads, Arlette, salute to the Queen Arlette. Salute to the Queen Lisa Bells, my big sister. Shout out to my brother from Detroit, Smith and West, and my main man, Punch Perfect. Boxing, let's get everybody who I might have missed. Shout out to Jacob Sims, Dr. Paul Evans, salute to you, fam. Salute to the Queen Ava. Shout out to, he said, Como Estas Beaches. Shout out to Con Shonery, Jono. What's going on, fam? ABE. What's up? Alonzo Amazing, Cool Boy Curry, Passion for Beauty, the Kiji, shout out to you, fam. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Or the Kiki, I don't know. Shout out to Matt Gomez, and shout out to all of my haters and detractors who say that I'm a cool Uncle Thomas sellout. If I said something today, the great Rabbi Abernathy, Lord have mercy, if I say something today that pissed you off, I'm more than likely tune in tomorrow. I would say something tomorrow that would piss you off. I'm not going to be on you guys' code. I'm not going to play these crackhead games with you. I don't get on like that. I did back in the day, but it is over. Other than that, that's it. It's Coach Malachi Williams signing out. New Media Today, USA Boxing. I know that I'm speaking fast. I do know that I'm speaking fast.
Hit the Cash App, $ FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, International Africans.
And let's do one more for the road, man, for my good brother, Jamil Talo.
There's nothing that I can do. Sorry, I moved my camera. There's nothing that I can do other than just be patient. Let these boys keep talking that smack. And me be who I am. Damn, phone number falling. My bad. Look.
See you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.